Two double. Hey. Prevalent. We live. Just checking in. Hey, let's get it. Time to talk it out. No doubt. Let's go. T double Jen in the mix for sure. Real talk, no cap, straight facts. Let's win. Mic on. We locked in. Let's begin. Whoa. We break it down. No script, no gimmicks. Hot takes, deep thoughts, no yeah, been. From the real to the wild, no limits, no doubt. So pull up, tap in. It's time to talk it out.
What up? You already know. That's your handicap homeboy. Your favorite handicap homeboy, T Double in the building, man.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Jen, checking in. And we are going to rebuke that description that he just announced himself as these last couple of weeks, okay? Because he is not handicapped.
Yeah, I know. I only got that for the time being. You know what I'm saying?
At least say temporary. Y'all first of all, I'm loving this.
Absolutely.
So much hair. I love big hair. Anyways, yes, it's your girl Jen checking in. Welcome to episode 15.
We up there.
Of Time to Talk It Out.
We getting in there.
It's a podcast.
Like, we in there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been holding it down.
You don't know how to hustle, but you get the idea.
I mean, you said I don't know how to hustle?
I don't know how to hustle.
Because I know how to hustle a little bit.
Oh, okay. Good. So that means you're going to be able to teach me because I have no clue.
You know, I can do a little bit. I can teach a little bit. I can do a little bit of a hustle. I know the old school hustle. I don't know none of the
You know the Tamia hustle?
Nah, that ain't.
That
ain't old school.
Nah, you know the Tamia hustle. You supposed to have been up in here teaching me that every single day.
Yeah, see, I know the old school hustle. So, with that being said, I can do the one that people did back in the day.
Oh, like the electric club?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, them's the fundamentals though, honestly. If you can do that, you can do the rest of that. Because the rest of them don't do nothing but take steps from that one and make up something. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I feel like that too. I feel like that.
Add something new and do a cha-cha and call it a cha-cha.
I feel like that.
So,
I feel like that as well.
Shout out to this client. I can't even remember her name. Cause she was kind of new, but she gave me this body butter stuff, and I love it. Face. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, and it smells good too. That's really good. Oh yeah, that's lit. Okay.
Just a little bit, cause you know I can't really do a whole lot of stuff on my face, man. Next thing you know, I'm gonna have a new pimple.
Yeah, you know, your face be sensitive. Can't really.
And I already been drinking a whole lot of sugar.
Yeah, you know, they used to do that to me back in the day. I used to break out a lot from drinking like a lot of pop and stuff.
It's the sugar. I used to think it was the carbonation in the pop. But it's the sugar. Like, I had no idea. But see, you just don't want to. You don't want to admit that sugar is so bad for you. Sugar is like terrible. Honestly.
Yeah, because
it's so good.
Sure.
It's so good. But what's up, y'all? Thank you so much for shooting with us in the gym. Thank you for being here for episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Y'all gotta count all 5 even though you can't see one in there. You gotta count all 5.
I forgot you. Oh, you was down too.
Don't do me like that.
But anyways, yeah, so we're gonna get right into the the internet mess. We gonna very, very briefly, okay. Diddy did it. He did some nasty stuff. He needs to go to jail. That's it. We ain't gonna really dwell on Diddy too much because it just be too much, and people we just don't want that much negativity on the podcast. So if you want to hear my take on Diddy, I'll talk about it on my page. I don't know if he even want to put that negativity on his page, and I don't blame him.
I don't really too much want to indulge in that, so my take won't doesn't really. It's done. It said here on the last episode. That was my take.
So he's still in the news. He going down. That's that.
I'm trying to actually see, like, it's usually able to I'm usually able to just put us our live.
I don't know why I can't see no comments of anybody comment.
Fast.
Oh, here goes some comments. Greetings from Oklahoma Forest. Time tuning in. That's definitely what's up. Like, thank you. What?
Hey, shout out to you, man. Hey, shout out to you.
Thank you so much, man. Like, be sure to check us out on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe, because this might get long. You might want to catch the end later while you driving to work or something like that. Because we're finna be keying and keep keying, and we're gonna get into some would you rather, some after dark questions, just to have some fun.
All kind of good stuff.
We're gonna have some fun. Oh, but we want to get into these social media internet mess, right? Because I got a lot of friends. Speaking of, first, y'all know, God rest all the souls that we lost this week. But I gotta testify, okay? Y'all know I'm a believer. I'm a follower of Christ. I am a woman of God on a journey toward Jesus from wretched to righteous, okay? And this year my goal is I'm gonna read my Bible, I'm gonna learn my Bible, and I'm gonna apply it to my life, right? So I gotta testify because my favorite cousin / my daughter's godmom / one of my best friends in the world got into a really bad car accident tonight. Like, she could have been 86 up out of here, but you want to know what? No, she couldn't, because you want to know why? She is covered by the blood of Jesus. She is covered by the prayers of her grandmother and her great grandmother, and she is anointed by God, and Absolutely. She is above and never beneath. She is the lender and never the borrower. Absolutely. She is. She's just so blessed. We're just so blessed to have her. And she is, I mean, when I went to see her, she was smiling, no blood. She is kind of messed up. Her back kind of messed up, but she just sat down for a minute. That's all. She gets time to have skin to skin with Jesus, with skin to skin with Jehovah God, skin to skin with the Holy Spirit. She able to reflect and just thank him for the increase, the blessings that is to come, okay? Because that semi truck that hit her, that company can count their days. They need to come on here to cash my cuz out. Yeah, she's gonna heal with speedy recovery, even though she does have to heal because they did hurt her. They have taken from her.
Called Top Dog Law.
I told her, I said, call Top Dog and Mike Morrison. Let them bid between who gonna take your case.
Absolutely.
So I'm blessed that it's my cousin favorite. This is my heart. That's really my heart. I'm blessed that she is doing well and in the care of good doctors, not Sinai Grace. Okay, hallelujah. She was not at Sinai Grace. Can we get a cheer for that? Okay, yeah. She is at a good hospital out in the burbs. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. She had to go to the burbs, and she is being very well taken care of. So all of my prayer warriors, hey y'all, hey Kay. All of my prayer warriors, say a prayer for my favorite. And cover y'all family in prayer. Cover y'all family in prayer. Encourage y'all family to get closer to God, to increase their faith, to pray, and to believe that they are special. Because they are.
Now is the time. Period. Anyway.
So I just had to get that out of here. Get that out.
And I totally understand, because if I was gonna definitely do that if you wasn't. So absolutely.
I had to, but that's my favorite.
I already know. I love her.
That's literally. I talk to her literally every day. Like, we get into fights. I be ready to throw her 1-2 punch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I love her like a sister. That's why when they ask me in my family, yes, her sister, because that is my sister. Now, one, that's my sister in Christ. But that's my sister and how much I love her. Yeah. So I am so grateful that she is doing well and is on the road to recovery and redemption and renewal and just everything. So
absolutely.
So, moving just right along, with praise. Moving along with praise and glory and thanksgiving. On another note, that's a little less happy to what helps me to remember quickly about my cousin is because I also want to say a prayer for her Chris Brown tickets, okay? Because she got Chris Brown tickets, and baby boy has been arrested overseas.
Yeah, it's bad.
Now, he knew he beat somebody up. Why would he go back over there? He got to stop using them drugs because he don't be remembering what's going on. He probably forgot that he beat somebody up.
Yeah. somebody should have helped him out or something along the way.
He got to have a better assistant, publicist, lawyer,
somebody gotta do
something.
on their job. Everybody can't be fried. Baby.
This nigga do not supposed to be in jail a couple of days before his tour starts. Somebody dropped the ball.
He about to miss 3 dates or something because of that.
Somebody dropped the ball.
Man, somebody got to pay. Chris Brown, you got to fire somebody immediately. Somebody didn't do something correct along here because they should not have let you went there. But
no, not knowing you had a case possibly pending or that you even if you jaywalked.
Yeah.
Them people in that city. Town should have had to come at least 3-4 times over to find you.
Yeah,
like a whole nother country.
You made it easy for them, man.
Yeah, like what's wrong? Not your tour. I hope it's not in jeopardy, but seemed to me like at least like you said, a few dates.
Yeah, he gonna miss a few for sure. And it's bad, but
I don't think they're gonna keep him in there.
I'm sure he gonna make up for his people, reschedule something. He's gonna do where he's gonna make up. Yeah, it's I don't think he's gonna stay long either.
Yeah, when he go back to court, they probably gonna let him go. When he go back to court, they gonna give him a bond.
Yeah.
Because they probably like if they give him a bond right this second, he would have left before court so he can go to tour. Like
they probably want to settle it all.
So they like yeah. So I believe they're gonna let him go. He gonna have to come back for court for trial or plead out, pay some money, whatever.
Pay some money. He's gonna handle it in some money. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So free Chris Brown though.
Yeah, free
Breezy. Like, what is y'all doing over there? Freaking weirdo cops don't even got no guns.
Free CB, man, off that, man. Yeah, man, for sure. While we talk about mainstream media, Boss Man D-Lo, man, allegedly, man, it's not looking good for Boss Man D-Lo. Allegedly got caught messaging transgenders. And it got real crazy.
He knew it.
He was supposed to have known. He said in the
I be telling y'all, they be trying to talk about you look like a tranny. So trannies be looking good. Y'all know y'all be trying to do it to them. So that don't even make me feel bad no more. Maybe like the first 5 times somebody said it, I was like, for real? Do I? But I guess I do like my daddy. But I have to think about like trannies be making themselves up to look better than half of the regular women, like on purpose. So like you're saying that I really look good and I went above and beyond. Thanks.
Yeah.
And a lot of these men be wanting a tranny. Boss Man D-Lo ain't the only one. So I didn't know that. I had not heard that. So it's over for him. How?
I mean, I didn't say. I'm just saying that
it ain't even over for Dwight Howard.
I mean, but
people still.
It's over for people that don't live in their truth. Now his rebuttal was it didn't make sense. It said something about you want to be street with a street. Then you know what I'm saying? Keep it street or something weird that had nothing to do with what was said about, you know what I'm saying, the whole transaction. There were text messages allegedly. There were text messages show or Instagram messages, DMs.
Excuse me.
And now he just really has nothing to say about it for real. So that's the thing.
Let that man be. Let that man mess with who he wants to. Nah, only thing I'm like, okay, Glow really probably gonna be like, no. Because he was like trying to get on Glow.
I don't think she's worried about her. I don't think he's her type. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he's Glow's type.
Whatever's on tour together, so.
Yeah, I don't think that's her. I could be wrong, but that's just me personally. My personal opinion. I don't think that's her type. I've kind of seen the kind of people that she kind of went after. Damian Lillard, Duke Dennis, so.
Who are they? Basketball players?
Damian Lillard is a basketball player. Duke Dennis is a streamer. So, I've seen different types of her, so.
Okay, well, Boss Man D-Lo,
Yeah,
God bless you. You know what I mean?
Get your stuff together, Boss Man.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Yeah. That's what I say. Now, what about them 10 guys that escaped in New Orleans? How many of them done got caught?
I think it was 3 from the last time that I seen. I think it was 3.
Okay, because I know when I last heard it was 2, but that was like the next day. So I'm sure they probably have caught another one since I last heard. That is hilarious though. Did y'all see how they was running? It reminded me of Life or something. Like it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
I feel like it wasn't worth it. They gonna learn it later. With it getting caught.
No.
I mean, unless you was doing all day.
They got some people that was facing murder charges.
If you were just facing a charge, opposed to doing the time, being convicted,
I feel like they know they did.
That's
some of them talking about
yeah.
We innocent, because they wrote that on there. They wrote that on the wall before they left. We innocent, and then they wrote too easy, laugh out loud, with a arrow pointing down to the hole that they ran out of.
That you wanted to get caught. That's retarded. Well, you had too much time on your hand.
I mean, they had took days to drill that, to get that thing out.
But instead of just leaving, when you drilled it out, you took the time to write this on the wall. Yeah, too easy. You had too much time on your hand.
They got caught, first of all, I think, because they had too many damn people with them, talking about too easy, too many.
Yeah, that's definite. For sure. Whoever idea was opened his mouth to too many people. And it just wasn't, it couldn't have been too easy.
He couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, it couldn't have been too easy if you got caught.
10 people found out and left. 10 people.
I feel like they'll all be caught very fast. I believe last time I checked, it was 3 of them caught. I'm sure they'll be caught, all 10 of them, before next month is over with. I'm almost sure. I'll give them 30 days maximum.
30 days. Okay. I mean, I guess that kind of give you a chance to kind of like try to get some affairs in order.
I mean, because you gonna get out, and that's what you're gonna be. You're gonna try to line up everything that you think that you want, everything. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's gonna kind of get you caught up in a. It's just a setback, you know. I'll just wait your time out, man. If you ain't getting out, you ain't got no out date, accept it. You know.
They're like, I'm out of here. Shit.
Yeah,
it's
clearly.
A hole in the wall, bro. Literally.
Clearly.
This a hole in the wall prison. You know what I'm saying? They got a hole in the wall, literally. We out of here. Yeah. It took them 7 hours to notice, though. They had a 7-hour head start.
That gets you nowhere.
And still got caught with they dumb ass, though.
Yeah, because that gets you nowhere.
When you in a prison, because that be far as fuck out.
You out, but then you still got clothes on.
No, I think they was in jail, though. They wasn't in prison. They was in jail. You know what I'm saying? They still had to go and be sentenced. I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
Yeah, if it's even, that's insane, because
the 10 people, were they escaping from prison or jail?
That's insane. If it was just pre-sentence
jail,
they wasn't even sentenced.
The New Orleans Parish Jail. I knew it.
That's insane.
They had not even been to trial, but that's why I say, especially the one who was up for murder. He know he did that, John. Bree, what up, MC? What up, dog? My babies.
Yeah.
What y'all think? Y'all think them escapees? Do you think they was smart or dumb? I personally think they was dumb too, but depending on what they had, like the one who was up for murder. I mean, if he had given up to the point where he didn't care, it's better to try to escape than just kill yourself. You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't care, just sit down then. If you cared, you'll be even trying to, you know what I'm saying?
No, well, I'm saying like he don't care. He don't want to stay here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like some people will try to like hang themselves or try to like die suicide by cop by doing crazy. Yeah. So I say rather than him to do that crazy shit, I would rather him to try to escape, because I heard stories of people getting caught after like 20, 30 years of being on the run.
I mean, I have too.
So shit, if you can get 20, 30, and then you know what I'm saying, you go to, when you finally get caught, you like 50, 60. Shit, you only have to do 10, fuck around and die in natural causes.
I mean, that is not the goal anyway, but
why not?
Because once you get out and get your 30, you don't want to go back. You like,
I mean, of course the goal is to be able to die free.
Right.
But rather, if I could have them 20, 30 out and you only got 10, you can't even, what you gonna do? I only got about 10 more to live. I'm 70 years old. Bitch, I'll go sit down.
Yeah. I mean, I feel it. I understand exactly what you're saying.
The best years of my life. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Staying out the way, staying out of trouble, but be to have some kids.
People
You know what I'm saying?
People gonna get that greed. You know what I'm saying? Only dumb if you get caught. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Depending on how you trying to live. You feel me? You kind of gotta.
I'd rather live on a run than in prison.
I mean, but you gotta make money
For the rest of my life?
on the run though. You gotta get some
There's
money.
so many ways to make money nowadays. This internet shit, baby, listen. Come on now.
Getting money unknown.
They was already criminals.
Right. But everybody was a criminal for their own different reasons. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, as long as you know how to maneuver around and get some money, you can make it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, come on now, it ain't hard.
As long as you know how to maneuver around and get some money under
Nowadays,
alias,
get a
you can make it.
lawnmower. That's gonna be my first thing to tell a nigga, especially a man.
I mean, yeah.
Get a hammer, a lawnmower. You know, be tall. Shit,
Be tough.
help it. You know what I'm saying? That's something you don't even need a ladder. Just hey, you can offer to help people get shit off a tall shelf.
Also, I mean, after a while, you can't be like, man, you need to grow a little bit because it's over with for you. He ain't growing no more. He can't get no taller. It's over.
But I'm just saying, it's a way. You know, God gave everybody a way to make money. A lot of times that don't have shit to do with a job.
Do it means that you're out of plain sight, though, is what I'm saying. Do it means that you're out of the way. Like, do it mean that on the run right now, it's 10 people. There's an image of all 10 of those people. Mm-hmm. There's an image of them. Mm-hmm. So, which means that for the people who's aware of that, I'm pretty sure, especially if it's in your area, for the people who's aware of that,
they're gonna have to do some crime.
You're gonna be.
But hopefully it's not robbing nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, like.
Go sit up in the spot somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that,
you have to just go unnoticeable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe do, like, help somebody with some carpentry.
If you can make it like that, you good.
Look, if these, not all of a sudden ICE is going crazy, but if people can stay in this country illegally for years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, as long as you stay out the way, don't be out here committing no more crimes, calling attention to yourself. If you, you know, be grateful for your freedom and use your second chance, you might be able to get away with it for a few years, and then, like, you have to finish paying your debt to society if that's God's will. Right. But if they was innocent, shit, who knows?
Right. Yeah, it's all about how it
we
works.
We need to look that up. How many current long term escapees are there in America? How many current long term escapees from prison or jail are there in America?
What do you consider long term?
About 2,000. Hold on. It's difficult to provide an exact number of long-term escapees currently at large in America because there is no central database to track them. However, estimates suggest there are about 2,000 escapes from prison and jails each year, though many of them are absent without leave or walkaways from minimum security facilities. So that, and I think absconders from probation and parole, that count too.
Cause it's so hard to count, like how they say. You know what I'm saying? Because
but it don't seem like it should be. You should have a set number of motherfuckers that's supposed to be in jail right now. How many of them missing?
But it changed every minute. You know what I'm saying? The set number.
So is that many people escaping?
If you talking about just like how they was in a jail, I mean, I ain't saying it's that many people.
I'm saying jail or prison.
It's that many people. It's that much is changing. In the prison, it's probably changing daily, weekly, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But once you do your count, that's when people start moving around. That's the key to it. You're not gonna escape before somebody do their count, because then that's how they know you're gone. And the count is only separated in between so many hours. You know what I'm saying? Counting is almost like shift change.
Yeah, so, most definitely.
So it's like an 8
hour.
They
definitely do count around shift change.
Around shift change. So it's like an 8 hour. You're going to do it before the last man leave and when the first man come in. So you're going to do it like twice back to back, boom, boom. Because he got to double check to cover him for you. Because he can't say, oh yeah, all right, he said they was in there. Well, did you know that they was in there? You know what I'm saying? So he going to have to double check too. So it's like a back to back type of check. You know what I'm saying? Last person that was just leaving, and then the first person coming, then the person that's coming in. Once he checked and it's nighttime, You got a nice little minute because everybody supposed to be
All
asleep.
night.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody supposed to be asleep. So
They knew that too. They had all night. They had
that's
all
when
night. They ran across the freeway.
That's when people work. They jumped out. It was dark.
Yeah.
That's when people work. I feel like they had it already done and waited until it got night to really leave. You know what I'm saying? Like
They had did a trial run.
they kind of had it like the night before, like the day before, like had it like done. But it was like probably done so late that they had already been working, or it could have been actually because I feel like the way that they popped it, you had all that time. It was planned. You ain't just get it done right here, right there, just in a perfect nigga time, like boom, and you've been working on all this time. I feel like you had it done, and we know.
Wait until the right time to go out.
So we can have all this time. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That bitch probably was done for weeks.
Could have been.
Possibly, because they were saying that somebody had to unscrew it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It
So
was
it
work
probably
that they was doing daily, every day.
they probably had the shit unscrewed, but still just had the screw in there looking like it was right. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Will said, I'm on my way to Mexico. Oh, for real? Literally, be safe, right? Woo! Because we love travel. It's the travel days over here. Have you seen the new prison in the Netherlands? No. What's going on with them?
Yeah.
What's up in the Netherlands, though? Is that, like, nice?
But I wouldn't think that they would make a prison.
But where you at? You in Arizona, so you driving to Mexico?
The Netherlands sound like somewhere nice. I wouldn't think that they want, you know what I'm saying, prisons to be up there.
Well, I mean, shit, motherfuckers commit crimes everywhere.
You need prisons everywhere, but the Netherlands, if they already got prisons, you don't need no more. I don't feel like you hear people do it. You don't get no crazies, but
well, what they might be doing is moving people because the old one's probably so damn old and fucked up. It might be inhumane.
Probably. Not very, very, very possible. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm gonna say shout out to them niggas that escaped from jail.
Hey, listen,
y'all done, but shout out.
Let's go.
I mean,
we ain't gonna get y'all dunked
y'all
today like Charlamagne.
Especially if you kill somebody.
We ain't gonna, but we not gonna.
Oh, why he said he was on the run? Oh, okay. If you was on the run, right though.
Yeah, no.
Where was they at though? From Mexico.
Yeah, I was going to Mexico too. But
I damn sure wouldn't have went to Beale Street or Burger Street or whatever.
If it's for murder, you know what I'm saying? If I know I just did something and it's like, man, they probably about to get me. They probably got all type of evidence. Yeah, I'm going to Mexico. Cause I'm going.
You better go to Cuba.
I'm going.
Mexico might send your ass back.
Well, you gotta catch me in Mexico to send me back. Mexico might kill you themselves for real. You might go over there and they might take care of you over there. You know what I'm saying? Is the thing.
They prison look like a college campus. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what? They try to entice people to go ahead and come to jail. Go ahead and come to jail. Go commit a crime out here. We got the best prison in all of the world, the nation.
And some of these dudes in Detroit and Michigan and America like to go back to jail.
You get people like that. Some people
they like to go back to jail. They like the 3 hots in the cot. Some of them like to be able to be gay for the stay. They have a boyfriend in there low key.
Yeah.
Like
some people get institutionalized.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing as well.
All of that is incorporated in being institutionalized. Not being able to take care of yourself, being dependent on them 3 hots in the cot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't care about, you know what I'm saying, like what you can do for yourself. You're gonna accept what somebody else gonna do for you, whether it's the bare minimum or.
Now, honestly though, it's some stuff that people learn in prison. They bring it out and they use it to their ability. Discipline, you know what I'm saying? Order, neatness, and shit like that. Can't nobody clean your shit like somebody, like a crackhead that wants some money, or a person that's been institutionalized. Juvie, jail, foster care, shit like that.
That's real.
They can clean like a motherfucker. That's one thing that them niggas could probably do. Make some cook-ups, clean, personal train. That shit you could do without having to sign a paper with your social security number and shit like that.
Because you got so much time. Shit, you find different training moves to do. Motherfuckers find different workout regimens to lose weight fast, to build muscle.
You probably can help a motherfucker work out quick. You just have to use a logo. Don't use your face on your advertise. Look, I'm trying to tell them how to stay out of jail. Lord forgive me. Feds, I don't know none of them niggas.
We don't know them. We ain't telling them that. This is just
I don't know. I was just.
This is
this is allegedly and for entertainment purposes
entertainment
only.
purposes and allegedly, and this is for people who want to use it in a productive
I'm
way.
gonna be fresh as hell if the feds watch.
Yeah, they better know that. But escaping prison or jail.
Do your time.
It's not a good
Nobody
thing.
told you to do what you did.
Yeah, it was not a good thing.
Do your
Big
time.
ups to you because of the courage that you had to do so. But you're an idiot. If I had a writing that too easy.
That was really dumb.
And a lot of y'all probably just ran because y'all thought it was the thing to do to follow a trend, and that's not the thing to do. A lot of y'all probably didn't even have no time for real.
And they can't wait to catch y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, they gonna make example.
Y'all better just hands up, don't shoot, because y'all already know they can't wait to put y'all down.
They gonna make an example out of y'all. Please don't.
And
be
y'all
that
in
example.
Louisiana,
Yeah,
that's
please
the
don't.
South. They racist,
Please don't be that example.
allegedly.
Please don't.
Well, that wasn't racist when we was down,
No,
when we
had
was
a
down
good
there.
time. We had a good time in Louisiana.
Speaking of Louisiana, go check out our travel vlog of us in Louisiana on my page and check it in. And it's about to be some new ones coming on travel bags right here on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to both of those channels. And T-Double, he's done multiple vlogs out of New Orleans as well. So subscribe to Life of T-Double on YouTube.
LYFE to be exact.
Life of LYFEOFTDOUBLE.
To be exact.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. Yeah, so
First of all, I want to speak into existence and just let you guys know also what you could be looking for on. You can look for us to talk about it on this podcast. You could look for us to document it on our vlog lifestyle channels and also the travel channel. We will be going to Los Angeles December 14th for the Rams game.
that is a thing. Hey, clap that up, man. Hey, shout out to my Detroit Lions, man. Hey, listen, shout out to my Detroit Lions off the rip, off the gate. I believe in those guys. Hey, they gonna sign Z back. You know what I'm saying? I know they are.
Zadarius, I
think that my opinion on this is they made a push for a person that plays his same exact position, Trey Henderson from Cincinnati Bengals. They made a push to make a trade for him or something. If this doesn't go through, we will I think that we will look more towards Zadarius. He's willing to take a cut. We know what he's got, and it's time to work now. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's time to go ahead and
I don't
sign.
like
So.
that though, but whatever.
I mean, but it's a business.
I'm gonna think
so.
like you. Yeah, I'm gonna think like you. That, and God forgive me. I don't mean to wish no bad on this other guy who they looking at or whatever. If it's meant for him to be on the Lions, then more power to him. But I don't like the fact that they looking at somebody else because for what? Like, we already got Z. Like, y'all need to stop playing. He willing to take a play cut. He know the roster. He know the plays. He know the coaches. Like, stop playing with him.
And baby girl Cash Doll pushing for him.
Cash Doll, like, how much
I
I
see
need?
her stories. Like, go
how much I
ahead.
need? He like, you gonna pay my salary? He like, I don't know, how much is it?
She like, go ahead,
She
get Z
said,
back.
hell no.
She got it all on her
She said, how
stories.
much
Like,
is
Lions,
it?
y'all need to go
Because-
ahead and sign Z back. Like,
That's bad.
yeah, I love that for them, though. I ain't gonna lie. Clap that up for them, man.
So yes, we all pray. We are all touching and agreeing in prayer that the Lions re-sign Zadarius Smith.
If it's for the greater the good,
If it's in God's will, let it happen. But whatever God's will is for that couple, we pray it. We pray blessings over them. We like them.
Regardless to if he signed back or not, they will still prosper. I could see.
Yeah, I agree. I
like that for them. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of them, I
What was next?
want to touch this real quickly, and I don't really want to get into it. I'm going to just breeze over it very quickly because we spoke of that, and then I want to run it right into Stefon Diggs and the Cardi B situation. I'm not. I hope that is everything that that they want it to be or that they expect it to be.
Oh yeah, because you were saying you think it's like PR or What?
I
What'd you say?
just feel as if
He got another girlfriend.
Stephon Diggs is a player like kind of guy. He's a kind of young guy, and
So she's jumping out the frying pan into the fire.
what he does is he has a list of knockoffs that he has took individuals, women. He has took individuals, others, and he has like a list of. It's probably Cardi B makes like the fifth female that he has kind of just like swindled from somebody else.
Okay, but let's stop there
So
because they wasn't even together, so we can't really say that he swindled him.
I mean, but him and her been messing around for a minute.
Talking about her baby daddy.
Her and Stephon been messing around for a minute.
I mean, but shit, Offset been messing around for a minute.
I mean, yeah, that's very true.
So like, you know,
So
what
it still seemed like he was the one that kind of was like, you know what I'm saying, was like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and take this off you.
She finally, yeah. Well, okay, all right.
I said, so you go, because usually, you know what I'm saying, she could have did it by herself, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm good, all right, and then just moved on, and then, you know what I'm saying, but it seemed like he was just right there, like, oh yeah, he
probably been there, like you said. That's bad.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So I hope the best for him, but you know, he just got a track record of doing the same thing. But I just hope the best for them. I hope that works out for them. But you know.
He might just be, you know, the bridge. He might not be the one, but he just might be the one to help her get the fuck away from Offset.
Right, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they understand is, we don't know. But you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I hope that works for them. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that they got going on, whatever it is that they're going through, whatever they're working out. I just hope that works for them. You know what I'm saying? That was just it.
Yeah, well, I like it. I like Cardi. I'm gonna say that. I like Cardi because Cardi is unapologetically Cardi. Okay? She's, you know, and at the core of Cardi, I feel like there's a sweet girl. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she genuinely care about people. And, you know, if you cross her now, she will cut you long, hard, deep, and wide. But, you know, right off the bat, I feel like she cool. You know, she want to see people win. And I feel like she don't even really... This thing finna get on my nerves. I feel like she don't even really understand her. She don't even understand her power. You know what I mean? Like, that's why she's taking so long to put this album out, because she's afraid. Kind of like the book we was reading, Who Moved My Cheese? You know what I'm saying? She was stuck in cheese cabin C.
And when it got moved, now she's just a little nervous.
Yeah, she wouldn't move, and that's why she stayed with Offset so long. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now she finally moved. She finding little pieces of cheese. You know what I'm saying? She's tasting this little piece of cheese. It might not be the cheese. At least she ain't hungry.
I think she knows she that shit too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she knows she that shit too, though. At the same time.
Yeah, in certain areas, yeah.
When it comes to, especially the game,
but industry. You can know that, and motherfuckers can still slowly chip away at your shit. Just like it was saying, watch your inventory of cheese, because it could be diminishing and you're not even paying no attention because you just so used to having so much cheese. Yeah. And that could your cheese can equal confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your cheese can equal beauty, success, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to know when to move or to get where your validation even supposed to come from. Where your source. What's supposed to be your source? It's not supposed to be cheese cabin C.
Right.
Because if that's where your source at, then you could be robbed. You know what I'm saying? Just that whole cabin could be demolished. Now what? You don't even think to go to the next couple of
you're so stuck. Yeah, right.
You just think you gotta stay with this man even though he didn't turn into a monster? No. You don't have to do that. But it happens so much that we be scared because we think this is our cheese. This is the cheese that God gave us. It's fucked up. Now it's empty. Now it's moldy. Now it's no cheese here. But I guess this is it. What she say on what he say? I guess I might as well just start planning on my funeral. I'm finna die of starvation because my cheese cabinet is empty. This was my cheese. They done discontinued my cheese.
Yeah. No.
Now I'm finna starve to death. No.
Yeah,
no.
That ain't the move.
I got some better cheese. If they discontinue this cheese, then my faith just tells me I got some better cheese. Cheese 2.0 is down here in cheese cabinet F. I just got to move a little bit. I might have to climb a mountain. I might have to move a mountain. I might have to say to this mountain, move. Like, why? Okay, something going on. Hello? Yeah. Go on YouTube, love. Go on YouTube.
Facebook or either or.
Go to the. Okay, so just go on Facebook then. Yep, I'm on Facebook on my Facebook page.
It's on both of them actually.
Okay, she don't see it on YouTube because she not, and you know how moms be, they ain't so tech savvy, but yeah, shout out to my mom. She's trying to watch us live. Okay. So you guys, big up to Mother's Day episode was a couple of weeks ago, but it's always Mother's Day. It's Mother's Month. It's always Mother's Day because I always love my mama. She's my favorite girl.
Yeah, so that was a great moment for the show, especially.
Because my mama called. I love her. She's so sweet.
So that was cool.
I was like, I was something going on. I just had to make sure wasn't nothing wrong because look, there she is. Yay!
She's in
I just had to make sure wasn't nothing wrong because I knew she knew we was time. I knew she knew he was taping time to talk it out. So I'm like, what's she calling about? Yes, Mom, we're here. So you missed a little bit. We have talked about Chris Brown being arrested, and we are all praying for him to get out of jail fast. But first, we prayed for our Angelica.
Absolutely.
My favorite, bestie, family, sister, Seven's godmom. We prayed for her, and we thanked God for her speedy recovery. We talked about the 10 inmates that got out of jail on their own accord, okay? They escaped. Okay, you guys, we're talking to my mom on Facebook Live. If you guys want to watch us behind the scenes and live, you can always do that on multiple places on Facebook. First, Time to Talk It Out, but it's actually Talk It Out on Facebook.
Talk It Space Out, yeah.
Talk It Space Out on Facebook. You can catch us there. You can always catch us live on YouTube. Time to Talk It Out podcast. No, Time to Talk It Out.
TTIO.
At TTIO podcast, but Time to Talk It Out. And then, of course, if you know me and you know my full government name, then follow it. But I ain't telling y'all, sorry, but for real. Because y'all might be crazy. I don't know. Hey, I'm a little crazy, but in a good way.
I mean, there's nothing wrong. A little crazy get you a long way out here.
Okay, because you have to be willing to take risks, first of all. And I feel like a lot of times being willing to take risks, you have to seem crazy because you have to be willing to go places that nobody's never been. You have to be willing to move with the cheese and tell your friend who wants to stay here and just wait on the cheese to come back, your cheese to come back, to say, first of all, who said that was our cheese? We just started assuming that was our cheese because it was always here when we came. That might not even have been our cheese, or that might not have been our permanent cheese. We might have some better cheese down the road. Bro, let's go. I'm tired of sitting here. I'm hungry. I'm bored. I'm finna go. You know what? I'm sorry, but I'm finna go. When I find some cheese, I'll come back and get you. I'm gonna leave little maps on the wall for you to read if you decide to grow some BALLS and come and help me find a new cheese, bro.
The new cheese.
The new cheese, the good cheese, the abundant cheese.
It's new cheese out here.
It's new cheese out here.
Can't be chasing that old cheese.
Don't do it. Especially if it's eluding you. God is a God of order. He's not going to run away from you with the cheese. Now, he might leave and take it somewhere else, but he's going to give you everything you need to find it. He's not going to make it hard for you. No. When you go to him, that's when it get easy. Now, when you keep leaning on your own understanding, your fear, that's when it is impossible.
Very true.
It's impossible. So anyway, more of that story is move with cheese.
Follow that cheese. Okay, don't be stationary. Don't
Stagnated.
get complacent.
Don't do it.
More. Moving right along.
Moving right along.
How we do? We'll give you guys.
What's next? Well, we still on social media or no? We
Yeah,
moved.
you know, I'll probably have one more thing I probably wanted to touch on the social media tip. It's a breeze by. Keisha Cole did a concert, and to her wardrobe team, you deserve to be fired. She had butt pads slipping out of the back of her shorts during her concert to the point where she couldn't adjust. She had to just kind of rock it out and just do it like that. You guys can look it up. It's online. World Star. It's just you know, and she's trying to do her music, and I wasn't a big fan of Keisha Cole per se myself. It was because of personal reasons. Because I tried to compare her to Alicia Keys, and please don't ever, you know. And that was a time, and I was, you know, I went through a time where I was kind of mad.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry.
I was mad at her for that, but it wasn't her. You know, it was people. Her music, I wasn't too mad about. Like, I was okay with majority of her music, so it kind of led me around to being okay with her as a whole. And I feel like she's trying to make a comeback. I seen her previously do a concert where they were doing songs and she was forgetting the words. It was her songs, but she was forgetting the words. But she was blaming it on the people, so she was saying, "DJ, go to the next song," because they don't know it. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying. You can, but that's online as well. You can look it up. But yeah, this last one that I just seen, she had a wardrobe malfunction, and it was enough to say, you know what, somebody has to be fired behind this. I feel like, me personally, that's how I feel. But you know,
damn, man.
If that's not, you know, if that's not how she feels, then maybe not. But
well, I have not seen it. Let me just say, okay. That let me start by saying though, I have been a Keisha Cole fan since 2005. Like, that is my dog. I love her, and so I'm gonna always ride for Keisha. But like you say, if her stylist dropped the ball, her stylist dropped the ball. If she had a wardrobe malfunction, it might have just been.
It's a whole video behind it, but that's what it
Oh, this type of stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she got big ass. She got big knockers, like, so, like, I'm not gonna blame that on the stylist. She probably was just trying to do too much, and cause they're not fake. Like, I remember when she first came out, she had big breasts, no booty. So, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Keisha Cole just got big breasts. Them is not implants.
No, we weren't talking about her breasts. We're talking about the past.
She had a booty?
Because her shorts were so short, it fell out. The bottom part is hanging out. So, and she didn't have a wardrobe change during the time to where she could have stopped and went to the back, changed it, and it was no wardrobe change. So she basically had to continue performance with the bottom of this little jelly little thing
That's so bad.
Yeah.
I'm so
out.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
That.
That's
was-
so
yeah.
sad. I'm sorry. That's hurt. That's gotta be hurtful.
Yeah.
I know she probably like really hurt from that.
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that you even wearing that means that you feeling some type of way about your body.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go through surgery or whatever.
Yeah. Like you said, she always been known for having a big top.
breast. No, but I didn't even pay that no attention. Like I wasn't even. I'm looking up this next story, so I.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, I understand. No, I'm just saying, like. Yeah.
And I heard you say that, but I didn't. It didn't register because I just was. When you think wardrobe malfunction, you think Janet Jackson with the little titty popped out. So I know she got big ones.
Right.
So I just assumed that's what we was talking about.
Right.
Okay, assuming. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I feel so bad. Yeah, she should have had some flesh color Spanx to hold them on or something.
Yeah,
because that was a bad look.
Yeah, that just wasn't. That didn't fit, and it was bald.
That was terrible.
Yeah, that was bald.
Oh my god, y'all! When I seen it, I was like, because I was like, oh my god,
that was bald. So
yeah, pray for her. Right. Pray for her. Now I'm gonna tell y'all who else we need to pray for real. We need to cover them with the blood of Jesus. Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper is suing UMG for their masters because their record contract has expired. So I guess it's been so many years the shit is null and void, but they still not paying them. So that's like saying you supposed to pay a mortgage for 30 years, right? You paid it for 30 years. Now year 31, they trying to still charge you. No, I don't owe you. Give my money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because what it is when you when you a singer or whatever, you really take a lot of advance.
Yeah.
So they, the contract, they probably had to pay them royalties for so long. And now they don't owe them no more. And so they're like, why is y'all still taking my money? Now, when Angie Stone spoke up about her money being taken by one of them, I think it might have been the same record label. But one of the record labels, when Angie Stone said something about her money being taken, where's she at?
And I remember we talked about that.
One of the first episodes.
I remember you said that before because you said exactly that before.
So we need to cover our queens of rap. Salt and Pepper and the blood of Jesus.
Period. Just in general.
Cover them, yes. Ask that the Lord cover them and keep them safe. Any plans that the enemy, that the devils that might be trying to steal their legacy, their money, their life, we pray their plans are null and void, and we send them back to the hell from which they came, and we say they are restored in the name of Jesus. They're going to get everything that they're owed, and then some, exceedingly and abundantly more than the devil thought that he was going to take from them. Bless you, T-Double. And bless you, and bless you, and bless you. So, I just saw that they are suing UMG. So, because they are brave enough to sue them, let us be brave enough to come together in prayer and fasting and all of the intercessors and everybody that believe, you know what to do it. And cover them ladies. Because, and let's pray that things change. That these companies can stop draining these artists of their rights and their rightful hard-earned money. Like, come on, man.
Work into this. The artist is the one that's doing it.
They argue that under the Copyright Act of 1976, artists have the right to terminate previous agreements and reclaim ownership after several decades. UMG contends that the original recordings were works made for hire, asserting that James and Denton, which are the last names of Pepper, were not parties to the initial contract. So we'll see. We'll see where this goes. Let's pray that the lawyers get wisdom. And we all know that Jesus is the master advocate.
Absolutely.
And the only judge that matters. So
that's what you need to know. The judge, the jury, all.
Yeah. So that was I thought important that we came together and prayed for them. Other than that, I think that was really all that I had. I had very little. I I was not. I was on the internet, but I wasn't on the internet. Like, I was doing a lot of video editing and stuff this week, and I did watch a lot of Diddy shit. I ain't even gonna lie.
Check out her YouTube.
So,
some stuff there, you know, it's very informative over there. Go check out and checking in TV.
thank you. Yes. Oh, I don't have nothing else for social media.
Well, I can touch some local social media stuff that I kind of had anyway.
I hate to see what you about to say.
There are a few things, you know, from down from some of the worst. First and foremost, there was a situation here in Detroit. If I'm not mistaken, this was a Dearborn situation. I really want to touch this topic because I can really, I felt like it was a point in time in my life I can relate to this topic. I could have been this person, you know, and which is why I feel like I want to touch this, because I may have some knowledge to give back. Maybe it may be, it may not, you know. So I'm just willing to give it. It was a situation where a gentleman armed with a assault rifle, AR-15, I believe. He shoots. He doesn't.
Where do you even get?
He shoots his ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend. And the thing is, you know that this is what this is, right? Because obviously this is what gets you stirred up to this excuse me, to this point. Ladies, gentlemen, fellas, we just gotta really think 4 to 5 minutes could cause you a lifetime. It's so crazy. I was that guy that I thought that was the way to go. I got so angry, so amped up about ex as well. I was angry. I was amped up about something that had ended, because I just didn't want it to be that, you know. And I understand, so I understand fully. You know, sometimes stuff happens that we don't want to happen, and we don't feel like that this should be what it should be. We had a whole nother images for this. It was a whole nother directory that we thought this would end, that go in or whatnot. The thing is, when it happens, it happens.
That's kind of like Who Moved My Cheese.
Bingo, right? Do not lose your life. Give your life away, because that's what you're doing. You're passing away because you cannot accept the fact, or it's something that listen, it's 4 seconds, man. It's 4 seconds in thinking. This is so fast. And the problem that we have is sometimes you drastically thinking and you act on it. It's okay to think, and it's okay to have actual thoughts that are absurd, that just be crazy. But what has to come behind that, that makes it okay, what has to come behind that is the mind that tells you that's not what you should do. Hey, yo.
But see, here's the thing. And this is why mental health that's why it's good that it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Because this is why mental health is so important. There are people who have bipolar disorder, manic depression, right? But they don't acknowledge, they don't know, they're not being treated, they refuse to be treated. And people who have manic depression, bipolar disorder, that is missing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That thing to tell you, even though that sound fun, even though that sound like it might make you feel good within that moment, that is not the best idea, and you should not do that. There is a thing in your brain, and certain people don't have it. And so, you know, you just have to pray your coverage against them people, because that is about what he was. Not saying that he was bipolar or manic depressive, but he was
going through
psychotic.
Yeah.
You gotta be psychotic to just shoot somebody just because, and it's not in self-defense. If you ask me, you so mad, you psychotic.
Yeah, I honestly feel
it
like
don't always mean you should get
you mad, you hurt, you don't know how to.
But
everybody don't know how to. Remember, we talked about how to harness anger and aggression and put it to. Everybody don't know.
Because even somebody who you think might deserve to die, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that you think might, I'm sorry, not die, but be unalive, whatever. Sorry, YouTube. It's something in you be like, that's not my job. You know what I'm saying? That's not my job, even if it's my call. Because even if I'm the judge to sentence somebody to death, right? To go shoot him, it's protocol. You know, he have to go wait on death row. He can sit in the chair. The person who pushed the button is not the judge. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have order. And that's not your call. I don't care. Even if it's your call to have it done, you don't know what God might have happened in between you doing your job as a judge and sentencing them to death, and that sentence actually being carried out. Right? They can get a stay of execution. They can get a retrial. You can't say, okay, I sentenced you to death. Bam!
That's very true. I like that you brought that up because I got something specific about that. After this, I was kind of gonna run into.
I'm done with that.
I'm glad, but I was gonna kind of run into. But I just wanted to say within that, what we was talking about, I just want to say, you know what I'm saying, to fellas that ever feel like that, ladies as well, right?
Yeah.
If you ever in a moment that you feel like, you know what, right now I do anything or whatever, I can't. Well, listen. Take a deep breath. Listen, think. Go outside. I don't care what it is you got to do. Get your mind off of it. Pray for sure. You need to be praying the whole entire time. Don't get your mind off of a prayer. But you need air. You need some water. You need just to run a lap. I don't care what it is that you do, because the time that it's gonna take you to do something else other than praying, the time that it takes you to do something else other than that's just enough. Because now. So you like, I don't even, you know what, I'm good now. I'm good. Twice. It's not even worth it. I'm good. That's just enough time. Because if you don't take that time, just within that little time, that's all it takes for you to make a dumb decision.
Man.
That's all it takes.
And the crazy part is, to you, it might have seemed like it was smart. It might have seemed justified. You might have thought you was justified.
Fully. Which carries right on into the next, right? Because we're talking about the guy, I can't remember his name. The guy who killed the officer because he killed the officer because an officer killed his kid. But this is not the same officer. You know, he probably thought, hey, he justified whatever. But I said that because that's relevant to the last. They're talking about giving him the death penalty. They're talking about just taking him right on out.
And you know, I mean, hey. That's probably within the law, because that was beyond premeditated. Beyond premeditated and unnecessary, because it wasn't even the right person.
I don't say beyond premeditated, but it probably was premeditated, because it's not like he sat back and planned on this person specifically. He just got to a point where he like, I'm going unalive, you know what I'm saying, a cop. This just happened to be or you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he was right.
This person was a retired cop, though.
Retired, so I'm not saying
he was a cop. It had to be beyond premeditated.
I don't think he like sat back and like planned on, like, you know what I'm saying. I think it was something about this guy that kind of indicated it right then and there, and he made the decision right then and there, just like what we was just talking about. It was a split decision type of deal, and he just was like, "Oh, this one right here look like," you know what I'm saying, like. So I just feel like, but my whole thing was, what did I feel like? I feel like if you gonna give him life, let him just go sit and rock. You know what I'm saying? Give him natural elbow so he don't get, you know what I'm saying, another day out.
Did you find out what city this was and everything?
I can get it right now. I forget. I want to say Houston so bad. I want to say Houston. I can get it for you right now. Give me 1 second.
So he facing the death penalty. I want to know what city it is or state, but either way it go, You know, he that's the same type of bipolar type of
Cincinnati.
bull crap. That's right around the corner in Ohio.
Cincinnati.
That's the same type of bipolar,
he pled guilty.
stupid.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
no.
he pled guilty without he did not. It wasn't a fight within the charge of him. He said that he did it within saying, "Hey, yep, I did it."
So yeah, he going to jail. They got the death penalty.
That's what they're optioning to give him. And that's one thing that I was like, just like
I didn't
how
know that Ohio had a death penalty. It doesn't
obviously
matter.
you're petitioning or something for him to get it. But if somebody did that to somebody on the streets, it can be the same case, right?
Oh well.
It can be the same exact thing, right? It can be somebody, hey, I know a certain person in their family unalived my kid. I caught somebody that one of their family friends. It was just close. Somebody that I know hang out with their family. You
Are
could
you
say,
talking about the contrast between it being a regular person and it being a cop?
bingo. Bingo.
You know you can't kill a cop.
But that's
I
not,
don't care what they did.
that's not.
You can't kill a cop.
So basically you saying the cop is not a person. You're not a human being. You are above human
You
being.
can't do that to nobody. You can't unalive nobody. Let's be for real.
Right. But you
But
are
you really can't a cop.
But
You lucky
if I tell you I go
you
and
lucky
I
if you make it
if
to
I
trial.
tell you if I tell you
You
I
lucky if you make it to
purposely
trial.
if I tell you I purposely I went out and lied this
I doubt
person.
it very seriously if he make it to trial.
If I tell you I purposely
They gonna pay somebody in there to exact the
if I tell you I purposely I went and unalived this person that I just went and unalived because that person they family or they had some ties to somebody that did something to me. I wasn't supposed to. I turned myself in. Am I going to get the penalty?
you can't
No, they're
unalive
gonna give
somebody
me the
with
elbow.
retribution.
They're gonna let you rot in there.
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
But
you
they're not going to give you the penalty. They're not going to do it themselves.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Right? They're supposed to do it themselves. It's supposed to go. It's order.
But they're going to do it when you. But they're going to do
Order.
it if you do it. That's all
You
I'm
talking
saying.
about? You talking about start with the death penalty?
Right. The penalty. I'm saying you.
For me, it depends on what you did.
This what I'm saying. You could. I'm saying do that same thing to just somebody that's a natural, a person. Because
But they do. This death penalty for the murder.
I'm saying the
Not
same
just a cop
crime.
feeling.
When have you heard the last time somebody in Cincinnati did something? A murder. They murdered one person
just
and was
don't
about to
talk-
get the death penalty.
They just don't talk about it. If they got the death penalty, there probably happens all the time. It's just not newsworthy.
He murdered one person and is getting.
It's a
death
cop
penalty.
though.
But I'm
Once
saying,
it's a cop, it's newsworthy.
So I'm saying, so the thing is, when one person is murdered, then that means it should always be an option of this person might
It
get
is.
the death penalty.
It is though.
but
It
even
should
when,
be.
even when stuff
I'm sure it
even when
is.
stuff is newsworthy, right?
What you mean? Even when stuff is
A
newsworthy?
crime that is newsworthy in Cincinnati, somebody fatally shoots someone.
That's not newsworthy in Cincinnati. That's
What
not
I'm
even
telling
barely
you-
newsworthy. That's not
What I'm
newsworthy
telling you-
here.
What I'm telling you is, it makes the news. The news.
Barely. It has to be something special about it. 3-4 motherfuckers. Like this crime of passion type shit that gets news clips.
Not
Do
necessarily.
you know how many people actually got unalived in the city that didn't make the news every day?
Do you know how many random?
bunch of
right?
them.
Do you know how many random ones are televised to the news? The news are going to get the biggest story whenever it happens. If it happens at a time that is big and it's nothing else, hey, it's 3:00 in the morning. We got a shooting at the gas station. Do you not think that's breaking news? We don't know who it is.
But this is what I'm saying. Yeah, they talked about that shooting at the gas station, but it was 6 other people that got shot that night that they did not talk about.
I understand that, but
So that's all I'm saying. Just because it was a shooting, especially in Cincinnati, that's an urban area like ours. Now I can see if it was one shooting in Peoria, or was the place, or let somebody get shot in the hotel, the Bellemere Suites or something like that. That'll be newsworthy. Perrysburg. But Cincinnati, urban city, where people die every day, it's not newsworthy. Every murder.
Listen. It was a murder that happened on Dexter and some at the gas station. That's the darkest spot ever. How do people even know about it? The man nobody knew from nowhere. Can of paint. That was nationally broadcasted. The scene. The thing is, they broadcast about people stealing cars. You know how long people are stealing cars? That ain't even a crime that even hurts no one. But they broadcast about people stealing cars. That's one of the most common things that people do. That's on the news. The news is gonna put whatever that they can put. You better know that they want to feel half the time news got something that they don't even, it's something that you like, why is this even on the news? Because they trying to feel half the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even it could be crimes going on everywhere. They're trying to feel. Sometimes crimes just don't make it.
That's literally what I was saying.
But it ain't because they missed it. They pick and choose what they put. I'm not saying that I feel like you were saying I'm saying is they
don't have enough time. They can't put all of them. That's why I said, do you know how many of them that don't make the news? It ain't because they miss it. It's because they didn't make it. They can't put 15 murders. You know what I'm saying?
So you
they gonna put the most salacious ones. They gonna put the most newsworthy ones.
That ain't got nothing to do with who you know, who they know, who this person is. It could be anywhere. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all I was saying. It could be like shit. It could be random motherfuckers, like random people. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to say that who it is makes the crime higher or lower is what I was saying. It shouldn't matter who it is. That's like saying, oh, if you kill him, if you unalive this person over here next door, you gonna get the chair. But if you go down the street and unalive that person, you know, anybody on that block, we'll just give you 15 and you got a chance for parole after that. You know, like, what's the difference?
It's a cop.
It's not a person. My bad.
It's a person of authority. That's just like if you shoot a judge or a state employee, you get worse time.
It should be.
They protect it.
It should be with.
It is, but you get more time. It is, but you get more time. They have to protect them in some type of way. They have to put some type of deterrent between people seeking them out on purpose and shit like that. That's why they do that.
Whatever they reason. Yeah.
Any state employee for real. But it's a state or city employee. Like, you can't shoot the motherfucking meter maid. You gonna get more time.
You can't shoot anyone. But the thing is, like, I just, yeah.
Let me see that bottle.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's just that's something in the freezer yet. That's like in a little. What's that saying?
Intermission.
Yeah, hydration.
Y'all don't look at my stomach.
Probably one last thing I'm gonna touch, and I touched this with Grace, and I ain't gonna say too much about it. I'm gonna say this, my piece. Parents with your kids, pay very close attention, man. Just, breeze through their phone every here and there, ask some questions here and there.
Be all up in their business. Yep. I agree.
Do that. And that is no specific gender, whether you have boys, whether you have girls. That's just to know what's going on. I say this because of what's going on in the world in general. And specifically, I keep hearing about relations with students and grown-ups at schools, whether it's security guards or whatnot. Latest news, I've heard a relationship with a student and an adult out of George Washington Carver, which is in Highland Park.
I used to work there. Wow.
And
I used to clean up that school.
And
them little ass kids.
Absolutely. Guy was a teacher. And of course he's caught now, charged with having an inappropriate relationship with students.
That what is the middle school or ain't some elementary school?
it's no higher than middle. I thought it was middle school. It could be elementary, but I thought it was middle school.
Cause I cleaned it up after school, so I'm trying to remember.
George Washington Carver, Highland Park to be exact.
George Washington Carver School in Highland Park.
Arrested while in disguise at a school event.
In disguise? Huh? Wait, tell me the story.
Man,
Read
listen, I'm talking like crazy. Like, it's just we really got to pay attention.
Elementary and middle, so okay, it's K through 8.
A former teacher at
makes
George
sense.
Washington Carver School in Highland Park has been arrested and charged with multiple counts of CSC and indecent exposure. Vincent Weaver, 29, was taken into custody on Friday, May 16, 2025, while attending an off-site school event. Authorities collaborated with school security to identify Weaver, who reportedly attempted to disguise his appearance to avoid recognition by staff. He's showing up to a school event trying not to look like he was. According to investigations, Weaver is accused of engaging SMS conduct, right? You know what I'm saying? With a student during a period when the student was between the ages of 10
and 12. He needs to be dealt with by God.
Allegations include inappropriate grooming behaviors and performing S-acts on a school property. It's sad. It's bad. It's sad. It's sad.
It's sad, but you wanna know what? I'm glad that these people is being exposed now, much more often.
And I pray that
Keep it up.
Tell your
Keep
kids to
exposing
speak up.
them.
Tell your kids
Keep
to
being
say
in your
what
keep
it
being in your
is.
kids'
Look
business,
at
and
that
kids
phone.
keep
Absolutely.
being willing to tell.
Absolutely.
I don't care how far it's
Absolutely.
went.
What?
It's not your fault. Don't
Listen.
let them shame you into continuing to be abused.
Listen here.
As soon as you
Please.
can, tell somebody.
Please.
And don't feel like you waited too long, none of that. I don't care if it's 10 years later. Tell somebody, because they might still be doing it. I don't care if you grown now.
Yeah.
Tell somebody what happened to you when you was in
Absolutely.
middle school, elementary
Absolutely.
school.
That's just ridiculous for an adult to be preying on
10 and 12.
kids. What are you getting out of this? I don't understand. It's sick. It's sick. It's just sick. You can't even trust your kids in school for the little 8 hours that they in there, because there's somebody probably in there looking at your kid. And it's wild, man. And I understand, to a certain extent, that it's like I almost want to sit in there with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't, or you got to be at home with me, but also at the same time, if we don't let them get out, they won't never learn. They won't never learn how to
Cover
handle
them
it.
with the blood
How to
and teach
deal with
them
it.
how to spot inappropriate behavior, inappropriate talk.
Give
Just
signals.
like, I'm gonna give you a
Signals.
case in point. My daughter, I want to say she was in like 5th grade, something like that. A teacher, I want to say he was either a new teacher or a substitute teacher, going to say to my daughter, it looked like something like she missing a meal or something about her being skinny. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Something like
she
she ain't right. You know what I'm saying? First of all, why are you even noticing my daughter's physique and thickness or whatever? She already felt like she was too tall and skinny. So the fact that an adult male authority figure, said that to her,
I'm sure that's
messed up her self-esteem. Still to this day.
Rule book not to say shit like that.
This motherfucker in his 30s. Why would you say something like that to my daughter? I told the office and I checked him and he got fired. That was at the end of the school year. That was close to the end of the school year. He was not there the next year. Fuck is you talking about? And fuck is you talking to? Don't talk to my daughter like that.
He should have been fired.
Don't ever in your fucking life, bro.
Cause that's not even, you don't body
what I'm saying?
Talk about.
That was body shaming.
Whether it's body shaming. You're not even supposed to.
It was body. You ain't supposed to notice her physique. What you talking about, bitch?
Right, you not even supposed to give.
Why are you looking for some hips on my
So
baby?
it ain't nobody nothing you supposed to be talking about. You not supposed to give props to a body, shame a body. Yeah, you're not supposed to be. You here for a lesson to teach. That's it. Yeah, that's
why you. But and it's important that we as paying attention to little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody else might have felt like that wasn't really nothing. You know, they might have been like, they like he was like.
That remind me
trying to come on to her, or he wasn't saying like she was thick or she was fat or nothing. But anyway, don't comment on my baby, because that just brought her self-esteem down, whether he knew it or not. I'm pretty sure she would never fucking forget that. And God forbid she thought he was handsome in any way. I'm just keeping it real. This is how you can fuck up a kid with some bullshit like that coming out your mouth and you don't even know what you're doing, because motherfuckers is behind anybody, especially these charter schools. God forbid, as a kid, if she thought he was handsome, she looked up to him or had a crush on him as I don't know if she did. She never said, and I doubt if she did. She barely was thinking about that. But I'm thinking about how I was. I had certain teachers that I thought was handsome. I liked going to their class. You know what I'm saying? I had this one teacher, him and the other teacher, I just knew they went together because they always was together. Even though they both swore up and down they didn't go together, they was both married to other people. But you can tell me that Miss Melvin and Mr. Any of my Detroit Damon J. Keefe Elementary alumni, Mr. Melvin, Miss Melvin, what was her teacher assistant name? I can't think right now, but it seemed like they went together. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never been to no school and a teacher had a teacher assistant.
It was two classes in there too though. It was fourth and fifth grade.
Yeah,
it was a split class.
Big ass. Yeah, okay.
It was a split class.
Y'all need down there another one. Shit, that's not enough. Y'all need somebody else.
It was a split class. It was two grades.
Y'all need a teacher, assistant teacher, and a fucking media or security guard.
It was fourth and fifth grade though. This school only went to fifth grade. This is before so many schools turned to K through 8.
Right. And I think K through 8 is one of the best things that school could ever do. I do.
Why you think that?
Cause one thing is,
if anything, I think they should do 6 through 12. K through 8 is not good. Having them elementary school kids in the same school with a 13-year-old 8th grader.
That's why it got to be big enough. K through 8, and I'm not saying it got to be separate buildings, but it got to be big enough. And one thing is because role models also are in schools and they also are students. That's cool.
No. Especially not in an urban setting. No. And this coming from somebody who went to both. I went to a school, like I said, Damon J. Keefe. It only went to the 5th grade.
I went to only went to 3 schools. Middle school, high school, elementary school, middle school, high school. So I went through K through, they was like, how your middle school, my elementary school went so far. And when I was young, they was like, why do your elementary school go so far? I thought that was a good thing. Because the thing is, it don't break your kids up so much. Right? Number one, your kids already crying. I watched probably all my daughters cry leaving elementary school to go to middle school because they leave 5th grade. They in 5th grade crying. Cause all my friends don't want to be able to go to this shit.
But they at the same school? Going from K through 8?
K through 8, you at the same school.
That's what I'm asking.
5th grade, you don't separate, do you? Then high school.
But so they crying in the 5th grade even though they going to the same school?
They wasn't going to the same school because some of them was switching. That was the thing. Some of them wasn't going to the same school, right? And I feel like K through 8, you got one school to go to if you want to go to the same school or not. You don't have to separate twice.
If they took you from 6 to 12, you wouldn't have to separate twice. That's my whole point. I'm not saying that I think.
Okay, so you saying you rather them stick together in
the older kids.
The back end.
Don't fuck then I went to K through 8. You know what I'm saying? And I went to all 3. I went to Damon J. Keefe Elementary. That school stopped at 5th grade. Then I went to Joy Junior High, which was just 6 to 8. Then I left Joy and went to Sherrod K through 8. And Sherrod was relatively smaller. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was a K through 8, it was the same size as, like, say, a Joy Middle School or you know what I'm saying? So it was smaller class sizes, about the same amount of kids. But it's not a good idea because you got them 4th and 5th grade kids that still, even though it's separated, yeah, you got that hallway. The middle school kids supposed to stay out of the elementary school hallways. That very rarely happens. The middle school kids get out earlier. They very rarely go home. They be out there bullying them elementary school kids, harassing them, all kind of shit.
I feel
And
like,
I'm speaking.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you said you speaking from experience, basically.
I'm speaking from experience as a student and as a parent. My daughter went to a couple of K through 8s first. Then we moved to the west side. Her school, her first school was it ended at the 5th grade. That was one of the best DPS schools in this day and age. I was shocked that it was a DPS and not a charter. They was able to have them under control much better because the oldest kid was about 11. They hadn't got, to that space. Now I feel like if you group the 11-year-olds to the 17-year-olds, that's a lot better. These kids nowadays is advancing a lot sooner than they was back when they started this K through 8 shit. 11, 12-year-olds is too advanced to be in a school with a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old. Period.
Your opinion. And now, what I was about to say is,
a lot of them.
That's what you've been through, K through 8. My oldest daughter also went through a K through 8. Not a problem. I went to daddy-daughter donuts with her. I've seen multiple parents. The school was also a nice size. It takes space. You cannot put... I went to McMichael Middle School. That was only 3 grades, 6, 7, and 8, and the school was not big enough. It's still, the age range. You wouldn't even run to 6th graders if the school was big enough. But it's not. You're trying to jam everybody up in one. That's where it becomes a problem. When you're trying to jam.
But you saying put K through 8.
K through 8 is. If you have enough space, K through 8 is
grades.
better.
That's 8 grades instead of 6 grades. You talking about cramming more kids in the school than I am.
I never said in a smaller space.
It doesn't matter. First of all, though, we gotta be realistic. They not fit to just go building new schools. They got to deal with the schools they got.
I went to a K through 7 or 6 to be exact. Right, to be 6 to be exact. Break up.
K through 6.
To break up that many times.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
6.
But then so they need to do 7 through 12 then.
I went to K to 6, then I went to middle school, which was 6 to 8, but I already did 6th
that's all,
grade.
right, of course. That's all.
And elementary school.
School.
Now I switched schools to do 2 years. Now I'm gone again.
They should. I'm not saying they should do that. I don't think they should do middle school by itself.
Let's go.
I think they should do.
Right.
I could see even K through 6, like you said, and I think my mama said that's how they used to do it. They should do K through 6 and then 7 through 12.
So I would rather. So you would rather 18-year-olds be with 13-year-olds?
Yes, absolutely.
Then
a 13-year-old with my 8-year-old, absolutely.
Yeah.
A 13-year-old is getting hard.
But
just like that 18-year-old.
But
not the 7, 8-year-old.
But the thing is, 7, 8-year-old ain't fucking with it. That 13-year-old gonna test that 18-year-old, and then now what?
That 13-year-old fuck around and fuck with that 7-year-old. You never know. Even if it's just because 13-year-olds don't know how to deal with they emotions, they gonna go bully this little kid because they can't do nothing else. I would much rather the older kids be together. That's like you say. That's just me. That's just my opinion.
Right, your opinion. And like I said, I would do it K through 8, and then 8. You know what I'm saying? 9 through 12. That's just what that's I would be personally, but it would take space. You cannot like. I'm not
Both
saying
ways. I think it should be spaced. Now, if we doing 7 through 12, still had the 7th, 8th, and 9th graders on a separate side from the 10th, 11th, and 12th. Yeah, but I would rather them teenagers. Man, if you would have seen
teacher, people gonna take care of them.
Man, if you would have seen this little girl that came and she was a beautiful little girl to get her hair done as she was the model for the class. 13 years old.
Bingo.
Man, she was huge. She was way too big to be in school with a damn 5th grader.
This is what I'm saying. Teachers gonna take care of them young kids, or as much as look after them.
We just talked about how these teachers are taking care of them already. They fucking 10-year-olds.
Right. But you got that's the niggas that you got. Now you gonna have they gonna do that regardless, right? Whether they 10 or 13, 15. But you got the teachers that still, when they taken care of, that's who they taking care of. Ain't no teacher out here like with no 13-year-old like, is your ride coming? Let me call your mama. Let me.
You don't have to do all that.
Cause you not. Cause
you
they 13.
You don't have to.
That's the difference.
That's the point. That's why they should be with the older kids. The other ones that you don't have to.
So now when you put them with a younger group, you gonna watch the younger group. That group is the group that you can say, oh, y'all good. Y'all go ahead, cause y'all should be gone.
No.
This the group we looking after.
I don't agree. Right. That's why they should be in a whole separate school. You right. That's why they should be in a whole separate school. You just proved my point. That's why they should be in a whole separate school with whole differently trained teachers, security, everything, principals, everything. It should not be to where an 8th grade facility and faculty is dealing with a 5th grade curriculum and student bodies. Period. That's my opinion.
No, that's your opinion. Let me tell you, I'll prove my point. Because then my point is, what's gonna be more important is you gonna take care of the younger ones, which means it's not gonna be an insight for the older ones to get into. There are gonna be in activities, it's gonna be stuff that they can do as being an older. That's stuff that you should be able to do. If you're not, then you can go ahead and then you can get on. That's just what it is. We're gonna take care of the younger. But when you all just the olders, and then it's like, okay, the youngers, I don't care about them neither. Then when something happened with the 18-year-old and this 13-year-old, and then come back to your whole school, it's like, damn, because I thought this 13-year-old was gonna go home. She old enough, I ain't gotta look out for her. I ain't gotta look after her, but now her mama on our head.
No, that's not how. Did you look out for the newbies, the freshies coming into the 7 through 12 too? Just like you would look out for the younger ones in the K through 8. It's not different.
It's not about
it. Okay, you right. I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? You right.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, because I'm about to tell you why I feel like that. Because anytime you talking about taking care, you talking about looking after the younger ones more. Like, how can I argue with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't argue with that. If you feel like the younger ones is less protected by being with, when I say younger ones, I mean the younger ones of the older generation. The 13, 14, the 12. Because I think 7th grade is 12, right?
Yeah.
So the 12 and 13-year-olds. If you think they not safe with the 17 and 18-year-olds, then I can't argue with that. You know what I mean? It's better safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. I just feel like the 12 and 13-year-olds is more mature. They got better chance at standing up to the older ones and saying what they want to do or not. Telling, fighting them off, all kind of shit. I just feel like they more equipped to be with the older ones than the younger ones is equipped to be with them. That's just me.
Right, that's just how
from my experience as a student, as a survivor of older kids introducing me to sex at a younger age. I was 5 years old when my 9-10-year-old family member introduced me to oral sex, female. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't too far.
So this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. This is the type of shit that you talking about having a 5-year-old
You said 9, 5 and 9 going right.
No, I said I was 5. I did not say 9. I said I was 5.
The person who introduced you was 9.
Was like,
so you gonna
it's like
the 5 from the 9-year-old?
Okay, so no, but this is what I'm saying. We can move it up to 7, 8, and 11, 12.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more active to happen in that age. Where I was just showing. Anyway, moving right along. I don't even know what was we talking about.
Oh no, I was listening. You said you was just showing. Wait, what?
Let's move on. I feel like we beating a dead horse with this.
I wasn't even talking. I was listening at the point.
I guess I'm tired of hearing myself talk about it. Let's move on. At the end of the day, pay attention to your kids. That was the moral of this story. That's where you started off with. Pay attention to your kids because they can be introduced to things that they don't need to be introduced to by adults and older kids at school, not just at other kids. It's not just, walking up the street getting abducted.
Yeah, it comes from everywhere. Any which way. It could come from home. Watch your
diligent.
people that you keep your kids around. They can come from home.
Absolutely.
It just comes from anywhere.
Yeah.
So just moral of the story is treat it as your kid not safe nowhere, because honestly your kid is just not safe nowhere. So treat it as that, and teach your kids signs, signals, things that y'all may have, that hey, you get in public and blink at somebody multiple times, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Ask to go to the bathroom when you're in public, you know what I'm saying, while people around. So, just certain shit, you know what I'm saying? Teach your kid tactics. Teach them young, as soon as they understand. As soon.
I agree.
Because anything is possible. People out here now are just, it's crazy the way that the world is just working out here right now.
People have taken their focus off of positive energy, and so they are overtaken by negative energy. And when I say positive energy, I mean God. Okay. But some people, scared of that. So
they just losing touch.
They are
losing touch.
Drifting. When you drift without having your focus on the Most High, you are easily led astray. You easily led astray, and most of the time that's at the detriment of somebody else. And usually it's the ones who is least able to protect themselves. Kids, old people, sick people, poverty-stricken people.
Looking after our love.
For real.
Especially these kids, they the future of us. You know what I'm saying? And they gotta, stuff we did already, they still gotta go and do that. You know what I'm saying? So
pour into your kids.
Absolutely.
Pray over your kids. Absolutely. Introduce your children to the scripture.
Please.
That's the best way to protect them.
Please. Yeah, absolutely.
Because God is amazing. He is such a meticulous protector and detail provider. Like, he will go into your situation with a precision scalpel and cut out anything that's not like him. Just ask him. And it might take a while. Some of these earthly surgeries take hours. You know what I'm saying? So you got years and years of trauma, depending, because you have to be a willing participant in your own deliverance, in your own. That's why they tell you got certain things you got to do before you come to surgery. Don't eat, maybe you have to lose a couple pounds, whatever. You have to be an active participant in your healing. And once you do that, it gets more speedy, it gets easier. You start, because really it's been happening, but as soon as you start to participate, it starts to happen faster. So
you really notice it.
Yeah.
You really notice it.
God is good. Okay, so we're gonna move right along to the next segment of the show. Would you rather?
Before then, right? I got.
Oh, well then, come on.
I have a real good one. Right. Okay. So let me tell y'all. Right. I just want to know. It's just kind of a question as well, but I want to give you why I had this question. So I have this. I was listening to a segment on the radio station. They call a guy calls in. You don't hear him when he called in at first. He says that he went on a date with a lady and they had a great date, so he thought, but she upped and just rushed out, and he wanted to see her again, but somehow he couldn't get in touch with her. So he went to this radio station, and I guess he gave them her number. And
he had her number, but he couldn't get in touch with her.
She blocked him or whatnot.
Oh, well,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he wants to know why, because he's like, we had a good time. She upped and rushed out last minute.
Mm-hmm.
So the radio station calls the lady. So they ask her, they say, look, you went on a date with a guy recently, and he wants to go on another date with you, but he can't reach you, and he don't, you know what I'm saying, he want to know why. So all along, she's trying to beat around the bush. She's like, oh no. They ask her, like, well, one of the hosts says, he's like, well, I told him I know what it is. I bet to him that y'all had started making out, and he had a crazy moan, and you didn't like it, and you left. And she was like, no, that wasn't it. And he was like, man, I just thought I was spot on, right? So a lady says, like, it was two guys and it was a lady that was the host of the radio station. So the lady host of the radio station, she was like, was he not manly enough? And she was like, no, maybe actually that's like the opposite of it. Maybe it was like too much, like, you know what I'm saying?
He was too manly.
She was like, too manly, like, was he too aggressive? Like, she was like, no, it was like too manly in a good way, like, you know what I'm saying? So the other guy, so everybody's trying to figure this out, like, what is it? So plot twist, dude is on the phone the whole time. She doesn't know this, right? So she's trying.
I've heard this before. This is a segment on the radio station. Okay.
Absolutely. So she's trying not really to say what it is exactly, but they're trying to get it out of her. So,
She still don't know he on the phone.
She still doesn't know he's on the phone.
Okay.
I think the last dude said something like, he's like, well, so what is it? Something that we could tell him so he doesn't do it again, so he doesn't feel embarrassed. And she was like, well, I don't think it's nothing he should be embarrassed about. So they trying to put it together. So the lady is like, well, he's too manly. He shouldn't be embarrassed. Like, we don't know if you not saying, like, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get a clue, like, you know what I'm saying? Never. They didn't have sex. So
did they come close?
Basically, she said they was making out, and
it was too big.
It was too big.
It was too big.
And she said when she seen it was too big.
Yeah, I already knew that was it. I knew that was it.
And she left. Right? Left.
Soon as I heard everything, they was making out, so that means it got erect.
She said he was
and
a nice
like,
dude.
oh no, you ain't finna knock my walls out. So does size matter? Put it in the comments.
She said, right. She said he was a nice dude and all that, right? So everything was cool, and then I guess when he asked for a second date, she was like, well, can you take it slow? And he was like, yeah, but it was like she was acting like they were already, but they never did nothing though, right? Like, so I was thinking, does size matter, number one, but secondly, number two,
would you rather?
Are you gonna,
that's one of my would you rather.
Are you gonna, if you see something that you feel like, you know, this is just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be like, no, I'm good, or are you gonna at least try it? Like, that's was my question to you.
Me specifically, I'm gonna try it. I had a baby off this coach, and so I like him. You know, I was about to do it anyway.
She obviously liked it. They was obviously.
I'm gonna try it. I ain't never scared. God didn't give me a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. So I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna achieve it. I saw, I conquered.
That's real. She said it was too big.
especially if everything else lining up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm going for it. I'm not scared. Now, she might not have had no kids. In her defense,
I was thinking she might have been a virgin.
nah,
She
wouldn't
sounded like if you would have heard her.
Nah, if she was a virgin, she would have said that. She would have led with that.
I mean, she didn't say it, but
somebody
I
that's
feel
a
like
virgin
she
leads
sounded
with that.
embarrassed like the whole time.
That's a virgin leads with that. Trust
She didn't
me.
even know it was the radio station calling. She's like, "Who is this again?" When he explained to her, it was a whole. You know what I'm saying? That they're calling like, so she's being
Right.
basically
Okay,
put
so
under
she
the
might have
hammer.
been a virgin. I don't know. She
And the
might-
way
that
she
might
sounded,
have
I'm
been.
like, I feel like the way she sounded was like,
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Because
like she had a soft voice like Lynette.
like
Lynette Little, our coworker.
she had like a YT girl soft voice, but when they asked him, they said, "Have you heard this a lot?" He said, "No, I don't really get that, but I have heard I'm wealthy or something like
Lynette
that."
Little, if I was to think like virgin voice.
But a YT version.
What?
But a YT version.
What's that? A white T-shirt?
You was just up here saying the YTs on the last episode, and now you don't know.
I said the wonderful people.
And you said the YTs. Okay, but okay,
Ooh, we gonna have to rewind
yeah,
that.
we'll definitely not today, but the last one when you were saying the last episode last week, you were just saying the YTs. But okay, that's why I thought you would know what that meant, but the same thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize because if I said that, I don't remember
You
because I
definitely
never
did.
say that. I call them the wonderful people,
You
and I call us the beautiful people. So I might have said the YNs or the YBs,
Okay.
but I
can
don't recall
guarantee.
saying YT.
Okay.
But okay,
I know for sure. Okay.
okay, my bad. But yeah, them. So you know what I'm saying? The wonderful people. Oh, okay.
Right. But like you said, Lynette, but that version is what I was saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Is what it sounded like. It sounded like a version, like
Lynette voice gives two extremes though to me. Either virgin or porn star.
No, porn star would be irritating.
To you, because you don't like kids. There's a whole, it's terrible. It's a whole thing where people search Uncle Niece,
Yep, you know what? People,
Teacher student,
Yeah.
all of this fucking bullshit. This is why we got all of this real life bullshit going on, because most of the most popular porn searches are incest.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because at first I was about to say, well, what do that don't even, I was about to say, that don't even go together. Like, we
ain't
talk about
supposed
sex
to.
and kids.
It ain't
But
supposed to.
yeah.
It ain't supposed to.
Yeah. I understand. Now,
One of the biggest kinks is for me to put on a damn schoolgirl thing. No, hold on. Let me even fuck you up even worse. Diamond the Diva Clown, how many niggas want to fuck her?
who is that? Wait, say the name one more time.
Who is Diamond the Diva Clown? Look it up on Facebook. EYAMOND.
Hey Siri,
Diamond on
who is
Facebook.
Diamond the Diva Clown?
Let's see what Siri says. Look it up on
Okay, we
Facebook.
about to find out.
DYAMOND. THEDIVA. Okay.
Oh, okay. Now, what do we say about that?
Oh, why you just do that?
I was just okay.
Show that to the camera, matter of fact.
Okay, I was trying to figure out who it was. I didn't know. Now, what we say about
Oh, you
Diamond?
know who it is?
Okay, what we say about Diamond?
No.
Okay, well, let her, because that's why I didn't know. That's why I put it down. That's why. Right, the same thing.
No, that's not the same thing. Do you know how many people want to have sex with a kid's character? A clown? That's supposed to be there to spread joy and laughter to kids. Betty Boo.
Like, now when you use actual characters, okay, right. But then when you...
I go to these people's parties and paint their kids' faces. And you got the uncles, the some of the baby daddies.
All right, but then,
trying to get on.
What about the person outside the party when you put your regular clothes on? You go, and then
but no.
Also, he don't count. That's not who you talking about. I'm asking.
No, because we talking about the person who is being pedophilic.
That see you in the clown suit and want to.
That see me in a kid's character. Okay, you understand what I'm saying?
Now I got you. Because I was about to say that's not fair of you saying somebody that want to get on. You understand?
I'm talking about they want me to come. They want to literally do it to me in a clown outfit.
Right. Okay. Now I got you. Okay. Oh, I got you. Now that makes sense. Okay. Because I was about to say it's okay for a person.
They want you to wear a cheerleading outfit, a schoolgirl outfit, a diaper.
What? No.
Oh, you gonna tell everybody you don't know that's a kink? Some females too want a nigga to have a diaper on and walk around with a bag.
I have never seen that. I've seen a lot of different.
It was literally it used to be on like Jerry Springer and Ricky Lake and shit like that. Like it's for real. No, I'm finna Google it.
But what I'm saying is I ain't
baby sexual kink, diapers in sexual kinks.
This what I'm saying. I ain't never seen like in no shit where motherfuckers like, you know what I'm saying, like, doing I've never seen that. No, I can say that for sure. I've never seen that. That's not like I can believe it because niggas got all kind of fetishes. You feel me? I can believe it. But the thing is, have I ever seen it? No.
What is the baby play kink? Paraphilic infantilism. Today, the term paraphilic infantilism can be considered a clinical term for the fetish, while the more common term adult baby is used colloquially.
That I know nothing about.
If you look on like TLC, the Learning Channel, they follow people who literally, and it's some people who they just want to walk around and act like a baby. It turns them on for their spouse to treat them like a baby, to change their diaper. They want to walk around with an adult diaper on, even though they don't need it, and get it changed. They want to breastfeed type shit.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
People is crazy. And this is what I'm saying, and I don't want to get too much into the Diddy situation, but all I'm going to say is this is what I mean when I be seeing some people, especially people who got more money and power, regular sex don't do it for them no more. It don't turn them on. They get overtaken because once they get overtaken by their love of money, they open themselves up to more spirits. And they get overtaken by crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what be leading these baby fetish people to that. But you got people who got all kind of weird fetishes.
I mean, I believe it.
And a lot of time, weird and criminal end up mixing. You know what I mean?
They go together.
So anyway, you got something else to talk about as far as...
No,
because I'm about to move to Would You Rather.
Let's move to that. Let's move. I know I was prepared last week. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not prepared.
Good, so I got them this week.
All right, I'm not prepared this week, but I do got one real good question for you. But that'll be
okay. Just give me the question.
Do you want that now? Or do you want
yes.
That after?
Give it
okay, I got a real good one. And listen, this for the people too. Listen, I got a real good one. Okay, so I'm just gonna use your girl Jen checking in. Your favorite. I'm gonna use you as the example. Anybody else, you know what I'm saying? Like, feel yourself in. That's her, right? You. Okay, you meet a guy.
Okay.
Meet a guy, and when you meet him, you guys date. You find out you like this guy. You know what? I like him a little. Starting to like him even more. You starting to do, you know what I'm saying? Even good stuff. Like, I like him. I'm thinking about, I probably really like dog. That's the thing.
I fucks with him.
Right. Y'all happen to get, y'all make the next move. Y'all making the next move as far as like just talking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make the next
Y'all haven't had sex yet?
Boom, boom. No, that's what I'm saying. Boom. Y'all do that. Boom. Y'all do that. Right? Intercourse. Okay. Boom. Okay, now you want to introduce him to your peoples, cause now it's like I like
My
dog.
family?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I like dog. It's getting like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like that.
Okay.
You introduce him to your peoples. One of your family members say, "That's him. That's the nigga you been talking about, girl. You know." Now, I feel like this the crucial part. They didn't have sex. Girl, do you know this nigga been? I'm talking about this nigga was on my head like a year ago. We went on like 4 dates. Like he tried to have sex. I hold him.
Okay.
Boom.
Right, of course you did, because he was mine.
No. That's before the time, right?
No, that's not. But yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. In reality,
Right.
but I operate in a whole different realm. So in the spirit realm, he was already mine.
That's why it didn't happen.
That's why it didn't happen. And even if it did happen,
I like that.
that's why it didn't last. Even if it did happen.
So you, even if it happened and it didn't work.
That's why it didn't work. It was good, wasn't it? It wasn't. That's because it was mine. It wasn't made for you. It's mine. Sorry.
I feel it. I listen.
If I feel like that, you know,
because
it just so happened.
Because you vibing.
Yeah, it just so happened. Once I introduced you, girl, what? That nigga claim he this, he that.
Yeah, they ain't vibe.
He got
they ain't
like,
vibe.
oh, that's how you felt. Damn.
I
didn't even meet that guy. The guy I met was this.
She kind of hold him a little bit.
Well, thanks. That's what you're supposed to do. Cause he's mine.
But you don't think?
Cause he's mine. You may have had him once, but I got him all the time.
You don't think that's gonna make her?
You
be like,
can't sleep at night.
You don't think that's gonna make her be like, well, damn, why the fuck?
It doesn't matter what she's.
Understood. Cause you passed him. Yep.
I mean, listen.
Listen, you passed him.
If he ride for me, I ride for him. Now, if he see her and be like, man, maybe the reason why I was with her is so I could run back into her. If he feel like that's his, then I listen. I'm moving with the cheese, okay? I'm not, and excuse me. I say that with all due respect to whatever my current cheese is. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean that to say that I don't value my current cheese, that I don't want it, that it has not been and it is not for what it's for. And if it's in God's will for that to be my forever cheese, then that's my forever cheese. But if I see that this is not my forever cheese, this cheese is eluding me, this cheese is hard for me to get, this cheese is not only hard for me to get, this cheese literally got somebody else's name written on it.
Yeah.
At this point. It has grown to fuse with something and someone that is not of me, not of God, I'm not finna just be like, oh God, you took my cheese.
Right.
You took I'm finna you, or I'm finna pow myself, or no, you know what? Thank you, because I probably was holding on to that cheese too long. It was good, or it was familiar, because I might have been tired of it. Because after so much of something that's not yours for real, you really would get tired of it. But it's there, it's easy, it's nurturing you, or it's nourishing you, even if it's not nurturing you. It could just be there. You don't want to be alone, so you want to have someone there, even if they dog walking you. You got to know when to move with the cheese and when to be okay when the good Lord moves the cheese for you. Don't fight it.
Yeah.
Move with the cheese. So, I would go with the cheese that is mine. If she tasted that cheese and realized it wasn't her, thanks, sis. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't gotta introduce y'all. You already know, babe.
Just say
Days, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
If we feel like being fornicating,
I feel that.
it's already familiar territory.
I ain't mad at that.
And I already know y'all don't really like each other, so I don't even.
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Like, I know he hates you. I mean, like, he don't like you like that.
Right.
You don't like
He
him
didn't
like that, right? You know what I'm saying?
And if it comes to be, then I just was a catalyst for that. I ain't never messy because I know what's for me is for me. And God, I'm not never holding. And see, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, right? And when I do, when and if I do, right? Because sometimes you do stuff and you don't even realize you're doing it. I'm constantly asking, renew my mind, clear my vision. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it takes. That's what that person should do. You know what I'm saying? If they feel contrary to what I just said and they feel like they mad, they want to hold, now all of a sudden, because they friend looking at this person, now they want to give them a second look. You got some people that would respond like that. They would be like, dang, well, what she seeing him? Look, we were just talking about Lynette. Hey, girl.
Hey,
That's so funny. Oh, we love you. I love you. I know he do too. But you have some people that might want to double back and look back and be like, what's she talking about? What's she seeing him now? He was mad first. Let me go try to take him back. Even though they don't even really want him for real.
Yeah.
They just want to mess up what y'all got going on.
Yeah, they want to play because you got it. Yeah.
You got to be careful with stuff like that. Me personally, I wouldn't,
I mean, I feel like that's a good move.
Especially if I know you don't care like that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I don't even. Now I'm like, no, I should have thought of something better because that was too easy for you because.
No, but some people, see, that's probably contrary to popular belief.
Right.
A lot of people feel like, oh, you a fuck your girl ex.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But that's not even really her ex. They didn't even do it for real. They didn't even like each other. You know what I'm saying? Really good, girl. We just got done listening to it. Yes, that's so good. I try to listen to it every like 3 to 5 years. It's so good, girl.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
That was like probably like my second. I heard it once to the point where I didn't even remember it. That was like my second time hearing it, so I'm still kind of like new to the Who Moved the Cheese, but
so good.
It's a great story.
It is.
It's very life,
and it's short. Get it on Audible.
It's very about life. It's a life lesson. And I love life lessons because I'm a football player.
Who are you? Are you Scurry? You one of the mice or one of the little people? Are you Scurry
I gotta hear it 10 more times so I'll tell you who I am. I don't know who I am right now. I gotta hear it 10 more times. I haven't heard it enough. I gotta hear it 10 more times before I know which character I am. But if
I wanted to break this down.
If it narrows down, I'm probably one of the ones.
So you got Sniff. Hold on, Sniff. You got Scurry. Those are the mice. So Sniff smelled to see if he smelled some new cheese or whatever. And then he went and then he moved according to what he smelled. Come on now, you gonna make me start sneezing. I just stopped sneezing. Then Scurry took off real fast in the direction that Sniff went. And then Sniff followed Scurry. So they had teamwork, okay? And they found the cheese in Cabin Inn. Then you had him and Hoa, which at first it sounded like whore, which I thought was funny. Him and Hoa. Him stayed. He didn't want to move with the cheese. He didn't want to he didn't want to do nothing different. And he felt entitled. He felt he was arrogant in his success and their success. And he ultimately influenced and held Hoa back He did. Until finally Hoa got tired. He started to starve. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, I got to go. I got to go, him. If you don't want to come, I got to go. I'll come back for you. You know what I'm saying? And he did. No, I was going to say twice, but no. He came back for him once. And he refused to come with him. And the second time he learned, he was like, I'm not going to go back for him. Now, I did leave him a bunch of notes on the wall. So if he decided to leave, he got a map damn near how to get here. But I'm not turning around and going back for him this time. And it's a good story. Y'all gotta read it. It's called Who Moved My Cheese? And your cheese could be anything. Your cheese could be obviously cheese, money. You know, it could be spiritual wholeness and spiritual clarity. It could be relationship peace and relationship unity. It could be a lot of things, but the Who Moved My Cheese concept and story is definitely a must ingest. Like, I definitely, a 10 I recommend. Okay, if we're gonna review books, I think that's a good idea. I would like to review books on this channel. Who Moved My Cheese will be our first book that we review or talk about on this channel. Did it get wet? What was that noise all of a sudden? Anyways, okay, so we're going to move to the Would You Rather finally, right? And I think this is the perfect time because we're 2 hours and 15 minutes in. So we'll make the last hour Would You Rather and Q&A, right? You cool with that, T-Double?
Let's do that.
Okay, so my first, excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. My first Would You Rather is a three-part program. Okay, so would you rather have superhuman strength, be invisible, or be able to read minds? Comment down below.
Me personally, I'm probably gonna say be invisible.
Okay.
Yep, be invisible.
Be invisible.
Yeah. Easy to do shit.
Strength and healing. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. I just like invisible because it can't be seen. I don't like to be seen anyways.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm gonna steal your answer.
That's one. That's the best answer to go with.
Hopefully the audio is still good on the replay.
Sure.
We didn't have some issues going on.
Yeah.
Lynette say strength. I was thinking that too, strength and healing. But I was thinking that if I choose being invisible, I might not even need that because I could kind of like move without nobody seeing me. If they can't see me, they're not gonna even
They could do shit they don't know about.
want to try to hurt me. My mic just went off. Or something. Hello. Yeah, okay, it's back. It's something going on with that messed up. I mean, okay, it's back. But we gonna have to untie all that. All of that is, I got a feeling this playback is not gonna be seamless. But anyway, okay, yeah, so I'm picking invisible because I feel like if I have invisible, I won't need the other ones because nobody would be able to see me. You know what I'm saying? So I won't have to be able to read your mind because I'm gonna be able to be invisible in the room and hear what you say out loud. I don't have to read your mind because I can hear your conversations, your private conversations without you knowing because I'm invisible. You know what I'm saying? I'm invisible. I can go in the bank and stay after hours, grab me some money, hide it some type of way or move it. You know what I'm saying? And then the next day get it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So superhuman strength, healing, I won't need that. I'm a hide. So yeah. I choose invisible. 4,000, Alec.
Yeah, invisible.
I like that. I stole the answer.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so.
Okay, would you rather
I thought she was ready. She was so good. She was ready. I was firing off.
I got a whole bunch of them.
When I had mine,
I
I
got a
was
bunch.
firing off the top.
Would you rather type your essays on a dial-up internet connection or a typewriter? Okay. Would you rather relive high school with your current mindset or get a redo of your 20s with unlimited money but no cell phone?
I got lit. So, wait.
Relive high school with your current mindset or redo your 20s with unlimited money but no cell phone. Well, it say no phone, but I'm gonna say no cell phone.
Well, give me high school because that's only 4 years. I'm not doing my whole that's 10 years. You got no.
With unlimited money, give me my 20s with unlimited money.
There's no cell phone.
No cell phone. I barely had a cell phone in my 20s. Shit.
I'm straight.
Cell phones really first, that 10 years, that was the early 10
I'm
years
straight.
of the cell phone.
I'm straight because
She said she loved the sound and smell of the ribbon. That dial-up was annoying. You couldn't use the phone. So yeah, I say give me a typewriter. And that made you better at typing. You couldn't just erase it.
I didn't care about
20s, yep. 20s with unlimited money.
I mean, listen, it's opinionated.
See, because you thinking about, to each his own. You thinking about high school, doing high school good, go to college, be a football player. I'm thinking about my 20s with unlimited money, investing in all these businesses and not having to deal with so much of the bullshit that I tried to deal with. That I had to deal with, trying to figure out how I was going to get money.
I'm a teenager still. I still get control of that. And then I get control of that with money. Like, so, no, yeah.
But wait a minute. Hold on. It don't say you got control. It just say you got the mindset.
Or you got the mindset.
You got the mindset, but you still a minor. You still don't have control. I gotta pee. You still can't make your own decisions. You still could be controlled by people who have a fucked up mindset.
No, listen. But the thing is, what they're altering that they control is only these amount of years or them. I would rather you say I give you these high school or, you know what I'm saying, these little years, because now once after that, that's mine. So now if I'm Big Bank after that, Big Bank Hank, but it'll be after that.
But after that, you could.
No, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. No, I'm not gonna be worried about. I'm not gonna be worried about that. I'm gonna be good. Listen, I'm gonna be straight. I don't know what she talking about. That's just how that would go. That's what I would pick. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. That's all right. I'm not mad at people who pick otherwise. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. Everybody just kind of got their own visual. I'm not mad about visuals because visuals. Look at her. Listen, I would have been if I would have changed young, I'd have been a nigga who would have been a millionaire by now anyway. I wouldn't need unlimited money because I'd be a millionaire by now anyway.
If you had the mindset
If I'd have changed young.
Limited money is more than a millionaire.
Right. Unlimited money is something that you.
I was smart enough in my 20s to where if I had unlimited money, I'm straight. I would take that. I'll take that.
I'm not mad at that.
Shit, I damn near had this same mindset in my 20s as I got now. But it was a lot less close this day in my teens, in my 20s. I'm already shit. I became mine at 26.
I ain't mad at that though.
So yeah, I'm choosing yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean I ain't mad at that. Let's go. Next, I ain't ready, y'all. I was firing. You feel me? I had them. You know what I'm saying? She don't know what to ask. You know what I'm saying? Cause
no, it's stupid. I mean,
I keep the opponent guessing.
I don't want to be too too compartmentalized either. I'm trying to make it, have a bunch of different topics or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Actually, whatever.
Would you rather take a tour of Atlanta during the So-So Def era or Harlem during the Rockefeller days?
Atlanta, So-So Def. That's my time frame.
Freaknik.
That's my time
Yeah.
era. That's my era. Atlanta, So-So Def. That's literally.
I pick Atlanta for a lot of different reasons. My family from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a Jay-Z fan, so anything versus Jay-Z, I'm gonna pick the opposite.
Yeah.
But I'm a, descendant of a native Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? My grandma was born in Atlanta in the 30s, before it was anything like it's like now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I choose Atlanta.
I ain't got no ties, but that's where I would have went.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Would you rather?
Go ahead. 7-day what?
Would you rather do a 7-day cruise with your favorite 2000s artist or record label, or a luxury resort hosted by your favorite 90s sitcom cast?
One more time, run that back so I make sure I understand it.
So would you rather do a 7-day cruise, so you on a boat for 7 days with your favorite 2000s record label, so like Cash Money Millionaires, the high Rockefeller, 50 Cent now, you know what I'm saying? What crew? Or would you rather do a luxury resort, so y'all not on a cruise, but you on a resort with your favorite 90s sitcom cast?
Nah, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. This was crazy. Let me tell you the part about it that's crazy is I don't know the label that I'm about to pick, but I know. Listen, I'm gonna pick the record label part. Just don't know what label it is to be exact, but whatever label Alicia Keys was on. But so next, that's just what I would do. What label?
Let's see what label was Alicia Keys on when she came. It was something like Motown or something. It was
probably
so boring.
She probably still on the same one. Oh my god.
What record label did Alicia Keys come out on? Columbia.
Yeah.
So my answer to that is I would rather go to a resort. I agree with you, Lynette. Excuse T-Double, he has to go to the bathroom probably. I choose a resort with the cast of A Different World because that was my favorite. That was my favorite show for most of the 90s. I mean, it's a tie really between A Different World and Moesha, but I'm gonna choose A Different World because it was about college already. Moesha was trying to get to college. So yeah, I'm gonna say a resort with the cast of A Different World. Yeah, I think that's the best choice to me. I love A Different World, and I know it's a Cosby show or whatever, but Cosby, as the man, the person Cosby, he fell victim to demonic succubus spirits. But that don't mean that the work that he did was not beneficial. You know what I'm saying? So I did love A Different World. It was one of my favorite shows. Yeah, so that would be my answer for that. Let me see. What's the next question I want to say? Would you rather fly Spirit with unlimited free trips or one first-class flight per year anywhere in the world on another airline?
I get unlimited with Spirit.
Unlimited free. Okay, stop playing with me. Unlimited free flights on Spirit. Spirit is not even that bad.
No, it's tight as hell, but I ain't let me down. Listen, I'm rocking with the motherfucker who's dependable, and that's Spirits. Yeah, and I get as many as I want. P-Sherm. They call it P-Sherm. That's P-E-E-E-E-E. S-H-U-R-U-M. P-Sherm. That's what they call that.
All right. Would you rather attend a crowded music festival or a quiet weekend cabin retreat?
Cabin. I'm gonna go quiet.
Okay, I'm with it. Yeah, I'm with it. Depends on who at the festival, though, honestly. If it's a once in a lifetime shit, we can be quiet at home anytime.
No, I'm like, yeah.
Would you rather work from home for life with a pay cut or go back and work for somebody, you know, in the office or at the restaurant, whatever, for a raise?
I'm working at home for a pay cut. Yep, I'm working at home for a pay cut. You ain't gonna stop me.
No, I ain't talking. If I was your wife, I'd stop you.
No, I didn't say you, but I'm just saying. Nobody's gonna stop me. I didn't say you.
You working at home for a pay cut rather than go back to the office for a raise? Man, what, please? Would you rather have unlimited PTO but only work in person or work from home with no paid time off?
Wait, what?
Would you rather have unlimited PTO but only work in person or work from home with no paid time off?
Man, crazy as hell working in person. I ain't never gotta work. Fuck you talking about? I got unlimited PTO.
Yeah, that don't even make no
about?
sense.
I'm gonna work 2 days out every month that I want to. No, I'm not gonna lie, right? No, let's make it make sense.
Is your
Oh no, your
probably
PTO is paid. That's PTO. So yeah, fuck you talking about.
Yeah,
I'm working a couple days. I'm working only when I come back. Only when I'm back in the city and I ain't got nothing to do. Cause I'm not making no money if I'm in the city. Well, yes I am, cause I can take PTO. Fuck you talking about. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was a little off. This is the type of shit I be talking about.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. Oh my god.
Okay, would you rather fall in love slowly with your best friend or instantly with a stranger?
The old me probably would have said right now. But me personally, no. It gotta be slow with my best friend. Can't do instant no more. I've been there before. It don't make sense. If that makes sense. Have y'all ever had wings with garlic, sauce, aioli? Get some more. Cause that's what I'm about to make.
And then can you just like handle that situation for me, please?
Oh my, absolutely.
I tried to stop it, but apparently he was already in the.
We're going ahead.
I threw the simple syrup over there, like for real, cause I'm just.
No, don't.
Don't what? As soon as I start to smell something other like, hey, I've been trying to get our girl Cat GPT to give us some questions, but okay, PTO, Lynette, because that's literally, I don't gotta come to work. That don't even make no sense. Okay, let me see. Would you rather go on a romantic getaway or do a wild group trip? We already kind of answered this question before. Because we said if it's just us, then you don't have to deal with the extra personalities. Okay. Would you rather date someone with the same love language or the same goals? Same love language or the same goals? This is going to be our last question for the night. Unless you got another one.
No, I didn't have any. Because I don't want us to have, well, I guess I kind of do us to have the same goals, but not the same goals. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, we don't have to be going at the exact same thing.
Oh God.
As far as when it comes to goals, we don't have to be going at the exact same thing. But like, so I'm not gonna take goals. It's either goals or so whatever.
Love language.
You can.
That's a hard one. That's why I think it's good that we ending on this one. Because I really think that's a difficult one. Because communication is so important. Communication is key, right? But at the same time, I feel like it's almost even more important that we got, if not the same goals, at least similar goals, to where, our paths can be on the same, in the same lane. You know what I'm saying? Like case in point. If your goal is to have 2-3 more kids, and my goal is to have 0, we can work on speaking each other's love language a lot better than we can change that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can talk to you in your love language a lot better than I can change certain goals and aspirations.
That's why it's not meant to be changed. We just kind of got it don't have to be the same as for somebody easier to feel this is where, and I'm sure that every field allows you to have multiple. So you got different people that do different shit. Damn near everything that you do needs an accountant, right? So that's like saying, hey, I want to go in this field. Then the person you want to do is like, I just want to be an accountant.
You can be an accountant for this business.
Certain shit gonna match. Basically is what I'm saying. Certain shit gonna match. So it don't mean we have to have the exact same goal.
But I mean
like,
because the goal is just because the industry not the same don't mean the goal not the same.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might want to go and get your shit by doing this. I want to go and get my shit by doing that. That don't mean that we.
The avenue not the same,
other.
But the goal is the same. The way you get to the goal don't have to be the same, but the goal being the same is beneficial. And I would rather that we be going toward the same goal.
Because now you looking at you basically narrowing it down to basically money.
Who said anything about money? It don't have to be a monetary goal. This could be the goal of getting married. This could be the goal of building a house. This could be the goal of walking from here to there. It don't have to be money.
That's why I feel like two people have two different ones and still kind of work.
Men just always go back to money. Nobody said nothing about money. We said goals.
Right, but then you...
Nobody said money. What'd I say? I ain't say nothing about money.
No.
Because I said marriage. I said having kids or not. I said buying a house. I didn't say nothing about money. I don't think I said money. Did I?
No, because all that's free.
Well, I mean, buying a house not free. I got my house free, but...
All that's free.
Goals.
So I didn't say you said... That's not what I said.
Okay. You said something about money.
Right, that's what I said. I didn't say that's what you said. That's what I said.
So you equating goals and money. Goals equal money.
How I look at how you live life, how life is kind of portrayed. If we can go out and have a kid and I can say, hey, I have goals. But if your goals don't equal money, how you gonna take care of this kid, baby? Motherfucker gonna tell you, listen, you can have all that, but where that money at to take care of this baby? You hear what I'm talking about? So the thing is, right?
That ain't came from you.
Right, all I got.
Provider.
All I get.
Because if I had to know where the money was gonna come from to take care of a baby, I wouldn't have none.
Baby, you don't know about these daddies, how they having the babies out here, damn. You don't know how they having the babies out here. You not hip. I'm sorry to tell you. You not hip.
I'm not hip to what?
that what's going on
What you mean?
out here. You think people are having babies by just, hey, you know what? I know he can provide. That's the deal. That's what you think? Because it wouldn't be no complaining baby mamas if that was the case. Because then it'd be, you know what I'm saying? He can provide. I know he can do what I knew. I know he can do what I thought he can do from the beginning before we even had this baby. So as long as she's doing that, what I'm complaining for? It wouldn't be no complaining baby mamas.
I don't even know what we're talking about right now. We were talking about goals. Or
just overall,
we were talking about we were talking about goals. Hold on.
Just overall.
No, it wasn't just overall. We had a specific question that we was on. The question was, would you rather date someone with the same love language or the same goals? You said something about money. Huh?
I think we both answered that a long time.
We were still answering that.
Oh.
That's what we was on.
I think a long time ago. Because when we were talking about goals or money, you said something about you want people that want the same goals or something, and I said you got different. I've been attested to way opposite of what you attested. That's how it got to the conversation. Is what I thought. I could be totally wrong.
I don't know. I'm lost.
Could be totally wrong though.
All I know is I was saying that I would rather have somebody. You said not goals, because people can have different goals in different industries. And I was saying it ain't the industry. I was talking about the goal being like success, you know, marriage or being single, buying a house or renting. It ain't have to be specific to an industry. That's how we got on that. The goal as far as, you know, so that you didn't have to choose that one because of said, like, if you say I want to go into nursing and you want to go into psychology, or you want to go into food service, you know what I'm saying, making starting a restaurant, and I want to go into nursing. Them two totally different goals as far as industries, but the goal of being successful and making a certain amount of money and buying a house and having our family be able to do this, take trips every year, our goals could still be the same, even though we going into different industries. We going into different avenues on how we're going to achieve those goals. The goals is still the same. So that's why I said what I said.
Double.
As far as you don't have to have the same avenues to reach the goal to have the same goals.
But
so
the
we
question
live.
was
Checking
goals
in.
or
love language.
Let's get
And
it.
I said I would rather have the same goals.
No doubt. Let's go.
Because we can learn each other's love language, but if we got different goals,
Mic on.
that's
We locked
so
in.
far
Let's
apart.
begin.
You know what I'm saying?
so you want somebody that do the
We
same
break it down,
thing
no
that-
script, no gimmicks.
You not
Hot
understanding
takes,
me.
deep
I'm not
thoughts,
saying
no, yeah,
do the
been.
same thing to reach
From
the
the
same
real to
goal.
the
It's
wild, no
9 ways,
limits,
to
no
100
doubt.
ways to
So
skin a
pull up,
cat.
tap in. It's
But as
time to
long
talk it
as
out.
both of our goals is to skin a cat, we can get there different ways. But I want our end result, I want us to be going toward the same goal. But if we speak in different languages,
Right.
that's fucked up. I'm frustrated. I can't even understand you. You can't understand me. I don't want to be here no more.
Right. Bingo. Right.
Fuck this. I'm going somewhere where somebody understands and respects me because you could love me. But if you not communicating that to me in my language, I don't feel loved and I don't give a fuck about you or your goals. Fuck you.
Right.
Because I think you don't even care about me. You don't even love me. Even if you do. Because you're not able to articulate that to me because we're not speaking the same fucking language. We can have different goals. You know what I'm saying? If we speak in the same language, it can kind of, you know what I'm saying, work out, because we can say, but learning a language is a lot easier than changing your goal for a lot of people. Now we just talked about move with the cheese, right? The cheese and the goal is kind of like synonymous, right? But here's the thing: we didn't say change the cheese. We said move the cheese. The cheese is the same. The goal is the same. They just move the target for the goal. But my goal ain't changed. So I want us to have the same goal. We can speak different languages. We can go different routes to get in there. I'll meet you at the goal, baby. I trust you. I'm praying for you. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we absent one from another. And when I see you, we gonna come back in abundance together. But if we speak in a different language, we might never even find out that we are going toward the same goal. Because we don't speak the same language. So it's important to speak the same language. But at the end of the day, the goal is the most important. That was a good one. Would you rather date someone with the same love language or the same goals? Yeah. I say the same goals because I can learn your love language and speak it. Just like I can learn Spanish because the goal that I want to reach is in Mexico.
Yeah, so you don't learn it.
I gotta learn Spanish now.
Bingo.
Because my cheese is in Mexico.
That's it. Bingo.
My husband is Mexican. So I gotta communicate with his family because they know my family. Whatever the case, yeah. So that's my answer for that. This has been a wonderful episode. I love y'all so much. T-Double.
You guys are like the greatest.
You the hostess with the mostest.
I'm your handicap home. Remember that during this time, y'all can call me that. But
No, you cannot.
when I take this off,
He is not handicapped.
Ain't no more handicap homeboy. When I take this off, all right. Only got this on for a little bit. I'm not even gonna tell y'all, cause I don't want nobody. You know, not. Listen, when I take it off, it's gone.
When he take it off, beware.
But
Okay, because
yeah,
it's the QB.
it's gonna get crazy. But anytime beforehand, y'all can call beforehand. Y'all can call me y'all handicap homeboy. But when
No,
I
you
take
can't.
when I
Don't
take
call him that.
when I take
said don't.
when I take this
What
off,
I say?
y'all can't call me that. Or when I take this off,
There's nothing in here.
don't call
yeah, I
me
was drinking
don't
this
call me handicap homeboy, cause I ain't that no more. Alright? But I love y'all, man. Hey, y'all the realest, man. Hey, one thing we do is we appreciate y'all for, you know what I'm saying, stopping by, keeping us
Popping in to Time to Talk It Out. Make sure you go check the replay on YouTube tomorrow. If you missed any of it, you can go and watch it. Thanks so much for being here. We love y'all so much. Oh my God. 15.
as I was saying to y'all, anyway, we appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. Listen, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. We got big events coming up.
Big things popping.
You want to know about the big events?
Giveaway.
Make sure y'all
Barbecue.
Make sure y'all stay tuned, man.
Book fair.
Book fair, backpack, all that. Listen, subscribe to all the YouTubes, man. Subscribe to
Time to Talk It Out.
TTIO.
No. TTTIO. 3 T's.
IO. You know what I'm saying? That's on YouTube.
It's gonna be in the description of the
That's on YouTube.
Replay.
Make sure y'all subscribe to GN Checking In TV on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe to Life of T-Double. That's LYFE on YouTube. Listen, man, we doing a lot of work for y'all. We giving back to the community. It's
we
a
love
lot of
y'all so
love for
much,
y'all.
and we definitely love the kids
Please participate if you can. Just show
and the
up,
students.
man.
Period.
Just show
Show up
up
and show out.
You ain't gotta bring nothing. You ain't got just show up.
Mansfield Diversity Park.
Every
Basically, Diversity in Greenfield.
You will know more about it. It's Greenfield and Tyrant. To be raffle tickets go on sale soon. man, make sure y'all stay tuned, man. We've been doing a lot of work.
We love y'all.
We love y'all, and
And listen, leave in the comments, okay? After you go read the book, Who Moved My Cheese? Who are you? Are you Sniff? Are you Scurry? Are you him or are you Whore? Whore. I'm sorry. Whore.
yeah,
Two double.
yeah.
Are you Whore?
Oh, we love y'all.
Him, Whore, Sniff, and Scurry. We love y'all.
Peace.